deal with this behind closed doors, because a lot of negotiations can go on over social media and YouTube channels and stuff. But
did you see the comments from Deontay Wilder yesterday?
No, what, on the Boxing Voice?
Yes.
It's like he goes on this little channel. That's about all the media he can do these days on the Boxing Voice. I mean...
Wilder! Let's go, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Gibbs was crying when you hit him? When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
BoxingVoice.com.
So you knew you had him by that time. Absolutely, I knew you were touching him and taking those punches.
Maciej Production.
Making women's gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
What's up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO, and prepare yourself for a jam-packed show. Today, we're going to be discussing on another flagship edition of the Boxing Voice, a little bit of Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, and those negotiations definitely heating up with Shelly Finkel throwing a bit of a monkey wrench in the negotiations. We'll give you all the details. Can't forget that this weekend's action is going to be headlined by none other than the Miracle Man himself, Daniel Jacobs from Brooklyn, taking on Maciej Sulecki. And we're going to be breaking down and previewing that fight and find out who will win in this middleweight clash and who gets a step closer to middleweight supremacy. Now we have to talk a little bit of heavyweights. We got Jarrell Big Baby Miller, you know, the always fast talking, and I guess a lot of leather throwing, right? Because he averages more punches thrown than most heavyweights. He's going to be taking on former Deontay Wilder victim Johann Duhaupas, and we'll be breaking down and previewing that fight and see, does Miller deserve a crack at AJ after this fight? We got to talk about Adrien Broner, because guess what? He's popular, and we'll tell you just how many people tuned in to watch him A, win, or B, lose. We'll give you the exact ratings on the telecast for Broner versus Vargas, and then I guess throwing a little bit of Broner and where does he go from here? Plus a whole lot more. So if this is something that you're interested in, you know what you do. Smash the like button as you come on in. Share the show on any social media. Dial the number 142-556-95241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion here on the Voice of the People hotline. We got a jam-packed panel. Whoa, almost never before seen, but definitely what you will be seeing Cinco de Mayo, when Gennady Golovkin puts all his middleweight hardware on the line. WBC, IBF, WBA, IBO. You know, I don't even know if I'm missing any, but what you need to know is that Doomsday will be in the building, Matt will be in the building, Ness will be there, Enrique Church, a.k.a. the Casual Fan, as we will be doing another live pre-fight party for Gennady Golovkin, sponsored you and brought to you by Chivas Regal. So check us out at the Stub Hub in Carson, California, in the parking lot, as we'll be doing our tailgate party for this pre-fight show, and we'll be part of the Fan Fest. There'll be a lot going on there, so definitely come check us out. Come give your live predictions for that fight on our stage. You know, be part of our show, because we're hiring the big wigs to come and record it. You don't want to miss this one, and if you do, you'll catch it on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. We're going to head on out to our panelists, get this thing started. Let's go out to the Hipster Hunter.
Maciej Production.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How you feel about it? Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
BoxingVoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rock into a knockout.
When here, the main thing is, I just help the guy. I wish.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yes, the Hipsters here, haters beware, and we do have, like I said, a jam-packed show. Not only do we have, obviously, the Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder negotiations and just the evolving news cycle that is, plus we have the Daniel Jacobs Sulecki card with Jarrell Miller, Johann Duhaupas, Katie Taylor, gold medalist from the last Olympics, Daniel Yelena is making his debut, plus a top-ranked card on ESPN, a Fox card for PBC, tons of events, tons of news to get to. I'm hyped. Let's go. Full panel. So just get hyped, man. It's get your seatbelt in, get that beer, get that joint, whatever you need. It's gonna be a jam-packed show. Let's go.
The most brutal and most vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynch is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their court. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. Get up!
BoxingVoice.com.
Yeah, excited, man. We got a full panel. This is dope. Can't remember the last time this happened, right, Matt?
No, I cannot.
Cannot. And we're gonna have something good to talk about because this Anthony Joshua Wilder fight needs to happen. The public wants it, and we know we're getting steps closer to it. Meetings and dealings going on and all that. Guess we'll get into that as we go back. And Daniel Jacobs, Sulecki. I was watching a little bit of tape on him. I don't know how much of a good fight I think that is, but yeah, Jarrell Miller, Adrien Broner, and all that other good stuff. Can't wait to get in it with you guys now that we got a full panel.
All right. Well, I mean, since we're going to be talking, actually, we have to go to someone. Look at that. Casuals almost get looked over, right?
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I said fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my jab, use my fundamentals. Guys, you're saying, right? Boxing voice. Listen, if he comes to fight, then I'm going to do it for him, right?
I said fight too.
I think you're accurate.
Yes, indeed. What's up, United Kingdom? What's up, Nestor Gibbs, Matt Hunter, Alex Doomsday, Robbie, of course. Lots of negotiations going on social media. Yes, sir. DM me directly. It does go down in the DM. Yes? No? Yes? That's the song, right? Now, I'm actually enjoying the back and forth, the negotiations. I put my own 2 cents like, yo, he's fronting or he's reneging or he's ass betting. But, last I heard, Anthony Joshua said, well, won't you put up the $50 million? Now, according to like social media, the $50 million have been put up, right? Am I wrong? Can't wait to hear that news. Of course, Daniel Jacobs versus Maciej Sulecki. And, of course, maybe Daniel Jacobs wins impressively. And Jermall Charlo, the middleweight, is the next matchup. Hopefully, right? Or is that too dangerous for Jermall? Let's find out, right? Tailgate party. Don't forget, if you can't make it, definitely tune in. All right. It's kind of quiet. I feel like I'm talking to the wall. And let's go. Oh, one more thing, though, people. There's 33 thumbs up. I'm going to hit it live so you can witness it. Let's start a train. 34, that was me. Who's next?
I'll be 35.
Well, let's go out to our other co-hosts. We're going to go to Robbie in the UK.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
BJ was gonna beat me, then yeah, you predict he's gonna beat me. He
Why is Wilder so that nice, brother? This guy has been pro for like 8 years, 9 years. If Wilder wants some of his work, you can definitely get it on ASAP.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Yeah, Kaz, I was number 27, so I was already way ahead of you on the thumbs up, bro. But yeah, obviously the negotiations slightly maybe taking a little turn here with a bit more of a hard ball being played by Shelly Finkel and the team. But yeah, we'll chop that up. Obviously Jacobs. Yeah, plenty to talk about. Let's just get on with it. Long intro today with a big full panel. Let's go.
Well, I think that we have some breaking, so we might as well play that and jump into the Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, negotiations. Matt, if you want to bring anybody up to speed with any details, or should we play the new audio that was put in the pre-pro?
For those that maybe weren't listening to the Thursday show and weren't on Thursday's show, obviously
Today is Thursday.
I'm sorry, I meant yesterday's show. My bad.
Today's spontaneous show, which could be found on iTunes, TuneIn, YouTube, both on youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice and youtube.com/Nestor Gibbs, as well as Stitcher and iHeartRadio.
Deontay Wilder emailed Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn a $50 million against 50% offer for the fight, and now Shelly Finkel obviously has come back with a accept this deal on 24 hours notice, or we cannot have the meeting. So definitely, let's play the new audio.
Bro, there's been a lot of misinterpretation. So I want a bit of better communication for this situation. Now, I offer you $50 million. It's in the bag. And you replied, let's do it. So for public record, for a better understanding, so we understand what you were saying, I got to go back to elementary with this. Anthony Joshua, do you accept my offer? Yes or no? That's all I need to know.
I don't think that makes anything any clearer, guys. I mean,
no, I'm frustrated. I am. I don't know.
I mean, I interpret that Anthony Joshua about a week or so ago was like, "Yo, all right, if the fight is worth $100 million, then put up the $50 million up front." And I think that was the "Yo, here's the $50 million. Let's do it." You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. I think
maybe I'm all out of sequence or something, but that's how I took it.
Enrique, allow me to play assists. You know, it's usually what a team does.
Okay. I'll take $50 million up front. If that's the case, Wilder's team, bring me $50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
I'll see you soon then.
But the new problem now is this deadline, or this accept the amount before we negotiate the rest of the terms. I think that's a bit.
Yeah, and let me give the exact wording from Shelly Finkel himself by way of boxingscene.com, saying, "Dear Eddie, comma, with all due respect, you know Al and I for a long time, and you know that this is not a publicity stunt. I assure you that we're serious and that we would be glad to sit down with you and provide proper security for the funding and work out all the details. But it all has to start with Anthony Joshua accepting the $50 million offer that he asked for, which is also, by the way, the largest guarantee and largest purse any heavyweight champion in history has ever made. Until then, it would be non-productive to meet. Please have Anthony accept the offer that he asked for, and let's get this fight made. Thanks, Shelly."
I mean, the way that it's worded, Matt, it doesn't seem like ultimatum. It just seems like, yo, he wanted the 50, he's got it. Is he cool with that so we could proceed? Because Al's a private guy. You know, he doesn't just walk around New York City like that.
I think this is more of it being blown out of proportion by a lot of media.
Yes.
Can I raise my hand and ask a question?
Yes.
Maybe you could help the audience out and myself clarify things.
Yes.
I love when you come this way, this casual fan perspective way.
All right. I just want to raise my hand. All right, cool. So Anthony Joshua asked for $50 million because he said, "Hey, this fight is not worth that. You're getting $12 million. That's the deal." So now Team Wilder out.
I just want to give you credit on how you were able to piece that together. Yes, I like that, because some people tend to leave out, this isn't worth $100 million. They like, oh no, that was bullshit. No way, this fight was never worth 100. But I like how you're keeping that in there. I like that.
All right, cool. So that's where we are, right? So bring us the $50 million if it's worth 100. So now the $50 million is now on the table. All right, here's the contract, and here's the $50 million what you asked for in the contract. Let's move forward. No, I mean, but they're saying the contract will then hold the $50 million. The bag is there for all my people uptown. All right, the bag is there.
Yeah, there's a bag.
So what
bag?
So now, where's the part that you said, and that's like, yo, it sounds like an ultimatum was there. I didn't catch that.
Let's let Robbie, who's more, Team Joshua, give us how he's interpreting it.
Yeah, let's play detective here. Let's find out.
Yeah, I just see it as
Holmes. Let's go.
I don't know. I see it as they're representing Wilder, who really wants this fight, and I think they're playing super hardball. I think it's it's a pressure move. It's there's the 50 you wanted, but is anyone really going to put pen to paper without? And then we're not going to do any negotiating until you take this offer.
They're not asking that, though. I think that's the difference here. And that's when I first said that the media and fans are blowing this out of proportion, is that. Because they're not saying sign a contract. They're saying agree that this is the money you want and you accept this money. Then we can start talking about the location, start talking about TV rights. And I think the media have blown it up, and the fans too, as saying that it is an ultimatum when it may just be, hey, just agree that this money's right. Because right now, AJ is saying the money is right.
Are you on record?
Let me add something. Let me add something very quickly. AJ says the money's right, but Eddie's not. That's where the issue is, and I think where Shelly and team want to say, "Hey, you guys need to say the money's right," and then we can have this meeting and do all this other bullshit.
Don't understand. First of all, before I just want to say these two things, Matt and panel. Do you think the offer is fair from Shelly? And I don't understand, why does Shelly have to make this public? Why was it said in email? Why can't he just sit down? You're going to be there anyway. Just sit down and say this. Look, this is the 50. You guys really want it? Let's hammer everything out. Why you got to say, look, we're not even going to meet if you don't really want this 50? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's only today. Isn't it today?
I want to raise my hand.
Go
ahead.
I don't even know whether to follow classroom rules or not, Enrique. Nah, but it's a damn. Lost my thought on that. We believe that.
Well, Enrique,
hot potato.
We do believe that.
So here it goes. All right. So you asked, why is it on social media? Why is it public? Boxing is a public sport. There's people saying, "Oh, he didn't really reach out." Yo, he didn't. I asked him. I made this phone call. All right. Well, here's the email, or here's the letter that I wrote them. He made something public when he said 50 mil.
Exactly.
Like, I'm stuck on the 50 mil. Like.
No, Enrique, you said the perfect thing right there. The AJ fans cannot come back and say you can't bring the shit in the media and all this shit when AJ himself is in the media on a YouTube channel making demands and making offers.
Wait, don't just say it, Matt. We have to present facts.
Deal with this behind closed doors. A lot of negotiations can go on over social media and YouTube channels and stuff. But
while Robbie's saying anyone's misquoting AJ.
Right. I would then say, I would follow up with like, yeah, those things happen on social media, man. We in the year 2018, not 1996. And following that, you heard the quotes before, yo, and you see it in the bios, yo, hit me on my DM. So, I mean, you're hard to reach.
They hit songs now.
You're hard to reach. You're a hit song. You're bigger than iCloud. You're Tekashi 6ix9ine. You got the drama. Let's go. And the 50 mil is there now.
And also,
now let's negotiate.
Also, there still is reported that even Eddie has reported in our interview on the boxingvoice.com and the Boxing Voice on YouTube as saying there is still a meeting tomorrow morning. I think like 10 something Eastern time in the morning. So
10:30,
yeah. Even though there's this email that Boxing Scene has obviously gotten from Shelly saying, hey, we will not do this meeting until you agree to this offer, there's a meeting still in place. That meeting has not been canceled yet tomorrow morning.
All I'm saying, they better hash out everything. Because Joshua's been saying, if Wilder wants this work, he can get it for like 2 years now.
Said he won't smoke. I don't really see it though.
One more thing, right? I want to say, I don't lose my thoughts. No, really though. And the bottom line is this. I actually did lose my thought, but it came back right now. Shelly Finkel and them, they managing him. I'm an AJ fan as well, so I'm letting the UK know I'm not an AJ hater or UK boxers haters. I like matchups. Billy Joe Saunders. I like Anthony Joshua. I want to see him fight Wilder. I'm not saying, yo, and then, this is a masculine sport. So it's like, yo, man, what you ask? I don't even want to use the P word. You know what I'm saying? That's how much respect I got for AJ. But it's like this, yo, are you going to fight? We want to see it. You know what I mean? So if there's no disrespect, I just wanted to put that out there for any UK listeners. There's no hate, not from me, to the AJ people. So yes.
Robbie, how bad do you want this fight? I'm sorry that you have to represent the whole entire.
That's fine. I'm happy to take that burden.
So how bad do you want this fight?
Yeah, I want it. I want AJ to sign it and everything, but I just find the message from Finkel just a little bit odd and maybe misleading. Like you're saying, it's perhaps being taken out of context or whatever. But I just see it as like, why don't we just sit down? Why don't we just sit down?
Well,
apparently saying agree to it.
Until then, hold on very quickly, Rob. And he says right here, until then, it would be non-productive to meet. Right there, he's saying until you agree to this money, we are not going to have this meeting. That is technically what he's saying. But very quickly, hold on. But I want to add something here because UK AJ fans are still saying this. He is not asking for a signature on a contract. They're not asking for that. They're asking for an agreement on the financial terms. That is not a signature. That is not a contract signing. That is highly different.
Yo, and they're talking like gentlemen because he's like, you know me and Al, this, that, and the third. So all they're asking from him is his word. They're not asking for pen to paper.
But I guess knowing the sort of actual breakdown of what the proposed deal is, it potentially AJ could get less, isn't it? If it goes, I forgot, but like above 50 million.
Wait a minute. Let me just digest this correctly and regurgitate it back to you so that the slower listeners can pick it up. So now the AJ fanatics are worried that if AJ takes this 50 million, he may not make enough if the fight happens to make over, which Team AJ thought it wouldn't do. Hence the reason asking for a flat fee of 50 million. But now they got it, and it's like, well, wait a minute. What if they make more?
Well, again, Rob, it's 50 on.
And everybody, wait. Just one last minute for the irony in this. By saying, well, if AJ takes 50 and the fight makes more, that wouldn't be fair, is the same thing the Wilder fans said when they said by taking 12, it wouldn't be fair. Just saying. I'm going to just go ahead in the corner, fold my hands now.
Okay, I'm going to raise my hand. All right, so now you believe in the business, right? So when you believe, you put the money up. They obviously didn't believe. This is how I'm interpreting it, right? They obviously didn't believe. So they're like, yeah, so if you believe that it's worth more then, so come up with that money. And they did it. And now it's not an ultimatum. It's like, yo, agree to this and let's talk the contract. That's how I took it. Am I wrong? Anybody want to second that? Or anybody?
No, you're absolutely right. The problem is now AJ and AJ fans are like, hold up. This fight really could make 100. No, AJ, don't do it. You can make more. You're the A sign. He's not the A sign. How is he going to pay you? You're the A sign.
Oh, man. All I think people are saying is that AJ is definitely A side, and
that's cool. Now step out of the A side and step out of being on his.
I want the fight. I don't care.
He is the A side. That's why he's getting paid what he asked for.
Hold on, very quickly. Again, Rob, to correct you on this because you asked a question. I don't think anyone answered it. The least amount of money he will make is $50 million.
Least.
Right.
That is the least.
Hence the word guarantee.
Right. It's not a flat fee. It's a guarantee. Flat fees and guarantees are two different things. It's a guarantee of $50 million.
It's $50 million against the event revenues, right?
Yes, against 50% of the revenue.
Hey, listen, check it out, guys. 7:24. It's time to keep it moving. We got a big fight this weekend. Or at least we have to act like it because you know what? If he wins, we want to see him versus some of the bigger names, right? Like it is an important fight because of who Daniel Jacob is. Can Sulecki make a name for himself, having already knocked out Hugo Centeno before Jamal Charlo? Maybe. This is his opportunity. I know nothing of him. I haven't even seen the Centennial fight, and I can care less. I'm not going back to watch it. I'll watch him Saturday. So that being said, Ness is picking the A side the way every other casual should pick the A side because, yeah, I'm not on Howard Stern level, but fuck it. This is the second fight on the Matchroom, and it's another kind of, I'm not going to say a lot because, again, Sulecki already knocked out Hugo Centennial, but it's not what we expected when we seen Daniel Jacobs get a 6-fight deal with HBO. We didn't think we would get Luis Aries and someone, whatever first, MJ Sulecki or whatever his first name, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's not my cup of tea. I want Triple G, Charlo, Fuck, I don't know.
The top 6.
I want
his 6 fights to be top 6.
Top 5 fighters.
I'm gonna throw my airplane across.
I mean, in the meantime, you know what I mean. Sulecki is a strong fighter. You know what I mean. Probably not the top with what we would like Danny to see, but still a tough fighter that is not going to be a walkover in my opinion for Danny Jacob. I mean, Ness, you ain't see the Hugo Centeno fight. He basically outworked him. I don't see him too much of a fighter with a lot of power, but definitely a worker. So it's going to be interesting to see what Danny could, how Danny could hurt Sulecki.
I mean,
not, he has the gas tank for a full fight.
You got to think of Sulecki as almost like a Jeff Horn, a guy that's not really great at anything, no real power, but he's a worker. He's a guy that's going to be in your face, throwing combinations, good tight combinations too. Like he doesn't do bad work; it's not sloppy work. Sulecki could play spoiler here. I think Jacobs is one of those people where.
I don't know about spoiler, Mac.
No, I'll put this way.
Raising my hand, guys. I'm raising my hand. All right.
Yeah, this ain't class, B.
Let's just
Matt, finish your thought.
Oh, let me just wrap this up very quickly.
I did wanted to interject so you can have an answer, Matt, because you made a point that Sulecki is the Jeff Horn and could spill the upset cart, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Or the apple cart.
Spill the apple cart.
But I'm thinking, if that doesn't happen and Daniel Jacobs does exactly what Jamal did to Centennial, then how impressed are we of everything? And he's deleted everything before Sulecki has done is deleted.
We should be very impressed if Daniel Jacobs is to do that. Obviously,
and
I'll put it that way.
That's what this sport is about.
Sulecki is one of those guys that maybe casuals, like you don't know him obviously, but us hardcores, we know the name, we respect the name. This is a good win if he beats him. This isn't a Luis Aries that came up in a weight class on his first fight. Sulecki belongs here in a sense, I think.
But Luis Aries did pretty well for the first. His heart was there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that fight was anticlimactic, and I want to get to my point about Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs is a guy that we all know is talented. We all know that. Let's put that to the side. But how talented is he? He had a quick win against Peter Quillen, where the first shot that landed changed the fight drastically.
And we didn't expect that. We voted against him. Not us in the room, but lots
agreed.
of fans.
Let's talk about the recent.
Let me add. Let me finish my point.
Good conversation.
And then you have the Triple G fight. Again, a fight that, like you said, Enrique, a lot of people did not pick Jacobs. A lot of people thought it was going to be a quick knockout win for Triple G. Jacobs was perceived at that time did not have a chin. And then Jacobs put on the performance that he did and looked spectacular. And then he put on an anticlimactic fight with Luis Aries. I don't know what we have with Jacobs. But Jacobs is the better athlete. He's faster. He has quicker combinations. He's the longer ranger fighter than Sulecki. He should win still. But Sulecki is still good enough to give a guy like Daniel Jacobs a tough fight.
I will raise my hand. I'm just going to raise my hand.
Yes, raise your hand. Yes, you go now.
Okay. I feel this moment in time with the HBO deal, Jacobs needs a performance now after the lackluster Aries fight. I know he done interviews and he was disappointed himself. It went to a decision. He needs a good, real convincing display now, I think, in front of this HBO audience to continue this, story that Eddie Hearn's putting out there regarding Jacobs. And it needs to be important for Matchroom USA as well.
He needs a statement.
Yeah,
especially since Daniel Jacobs is sort of like the guy that Matchroom USA has latched on to in the US.
The first one that they've really come in for.
And like you said, Rob, like he didn't really put on a great performance against Luis Aries. It was anticlimactic. And then you have this card coming literally a week after you have the Broner triple header at the same arena. No wonder the ticket sales have been a little bit slow. It just.
I would say that fight last weekend was a much more popular card than this week.
Absolutely.
Of course, yeah, definitely.
And I will also say, hold on, damn, we talking here. You just gonna interrupt?
Yeah, fall back, Ness. Fall back.
You're always giving false information. Enrique still hasn't fixed this fucking camera. Super hard headed. Like, I gotta come in like a tyrant, man. I gotta treat you like a fucking child. The fuck? What the fuck?
What's going on here?
First of all, Sulecki and Jacobs, are you sure they're fighting in Barclay? They're not fighting in Nassau Coliseum?
I thought the same thing. I was like, wow, I didn't see any promotion.
I know. My man Matt might be giving his fucking hashtag Matt stats. Somebody look
Matt facts.
Oh, sorry. If it's in a different arena, my bad. But it's in the same city.
Sorry, my bad.
It's in the same city.
Send the public to the other arena where the fight's not happening.
My bad.
I was going to press the Trump button and say you're fired, but I didn't want to insult nobody.
Hashtag Mats, bro. That's why we made this up. Listen, really quick.
Okay,
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Go ahead, Enrique.
Yeah, I mean, you interrupted. I was going to say something about Daniel Jacobs not being an attractive fight as the Broner fight last weekend. My thing is like this. Daniel Jacobs, as Robbie said, has to make a statement because who can he fight? That was the question, actually. Who can he fight? Who can he call out right now after this win? If it's like a phenomenal knockout, if it's like a Charlo knockout, who can he call out?
Triple G or Canelo. That's all he's gonna call out.
Charlo? He can't call out Charlo.
He's gonna call out Charlo, man.
I think the Charlo
be in the same stable.
No politics, man. He ain't doing that.
All right, so he's going for the bag. And in that bag,
it would be ballsy though. It would be like, yo, I want Jamal Charlo. He's got the mandatory status. Triple G is busy. He can't fight neither one of us.
Hey, Ness.
Let's fight for that shot.
Hey, Ness. Oh, very quickly. Hold on. Hand up. It's at the Barclays Center, Ness. Shut the fuck up.
Ooh!
But he guessed that. That's like betting on black number 11 and spinning the roulette.
Yo, Matt Facts win again.
I'm just saying. And last time, Ness, you thought I was wrong about the 2,000 miles. I was off by 100 miles. So fuck off. Matt Stats is always correct. You are always wrong, Ness. Try to discredit me. I discredit you. Come on.
Ohio's right next to Pennsylvania.
I keep him on his toes because look, he was guessing.
I was right though.
I make him go produce, not just say he a producer.
True.
Ness, you haven't even watched Sulecki. What the fuck you talking about? You want to check me on anything? You haven't even watched the fighter that we're talking about. Step up your game.
Talk about it.
Stay in your lane, B.
Damn, do I look like I'm Polish?
Yo, it was on PBC, fam.
You know he's gonna bring
it was on NBC. What are you talking about?
Do I look Polish?
The Centennial fight was on NBC. Stop,
I
B.
should
You're
be as
casual.
quiet as Robbie is right now.
Yo, hashtag casualness. Hashtag casualness. Come on, B. Step up your game. Step up your game.
Where's it? Where's my soundbite? I got something.
Yeah,
you don't want this work. You don't want this work, Ness. You don't even know who's fighting.
Oh shit! Don't be scared, homie.
Digress. Bottom line, finish it up. I'm gonna pick.
Listen, hashtag.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's right, because
that was perfect. Oh, that was good.
Do I look American? Because I might not watch Jacobs.
Exactly. Listen, Rob.
Hello.
It's gotta be worth your motherfucking time. Especially singleness. You think I'm sitting around here watching bullshit fights on rerun? Get out of here, man.
It's your job. It's your job.
You're getting $1 million,
it's
not
your
me.
job.
Ness,
Ness,
my job is to tell the people.
Ness, you're the first person. No, Ness, you texted us saying, I was so upset I didn't know who that trainer was. I'm not going to be like you part-timers like Doomy who don't know who the Charlos are. I'm going to be better than that. I always better myself. Totally you don't even know who's fighting, B. Come on.
That's totally different than not wanting to follow.
Come on. I'm done with the BS. Miss me with the bullshit. Hashtag Matt Stats in the building. What up?
Oh, shit.
What up?
His stats are facts.
I know. All of a sudden, he thinks his stats are the truth.
I've been right. The last couple times you've called me out, I've been right. You've tried to discredit me.
You can be right twice and try and turn around the entire...
Yo, hashtag casualness. You don't even know who's fighting.
Matt, don't ruin the hashtag. It's nearly trending.
It's nearly trending.
Eddie Hearn just used it.
Yo, those are
true then. It must be true then. It's definitely
he said, yo, this fight's $100 million fight. Hashtag Matt Stats.
Yo, if he did that, I would be so happy. I would.
Squad!
And it would be true then, because if Eddie says it, it's the truth.
Oh shit!
No, if it says hashtag Matt Stats,
stop running. Tell him stop running. So anybody betting on Sulecki on the upset?
Yo,
nah, that's a tough call, bro. I wouldn't go far as that, man.
Just bigged them up, bro.
Yo, you can do it. You Sulecki.
What do you mean? I just bigged him up. Like I just told you, he's a strong fighter, Enrique. I didn't tell you he winning.
Okay.
Shout out to Paulie B. Paulie B, did you get your package, player? I hope you got your package. I sent you extra shit. A lot of y'all extra shit. Yo, Matt. I mean. Big shot the guy. Enrique got to get that 2X too. You can put you on the spot, bro. You never send him that 2X.
What?
Yo, big shout to God. That's brand new information live on air.
No, it ain't.
Wait, what?
A week ago, at least 7 days ago.
Nah, that was probably this
Don't
week.
make me screenshot it, homie.
Screenshot it, and you gonna have the mad facts on your hashtag.
Don't make me screenshot it. It's gonna be hashtag stats.
Yo,
so if you wanna back,
Jacobs. I'm picking Daniel Jacobs, guys. Impressive
stoppage,
and I think that if he does call out a Jamal Charlo, the middleweight Jamal, that it would be an exciting, big ass fight. That should not marinate. Somebody's gonna get deleted.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Falling out, Jamal, man.
So Nez, if you want to back the Polish fighter that you've never watched and don't care,
He's got good betting odds.
Hell yeah, he's like plus like 1,000.
7-1.
Nah, that's not good. That means Jacobs is a huge favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you good for the upset. If you want to go for the risk, and you were talking about the upset, hence why I gave you underdog odds.
I'm not gonna go to risk on a dude I never heard of and I can't pronounce his name.
True.
You guys are bugging, man.
Nah, he just don't got the power, man.
But see, y'all flipping.
Jacob's gonna be bigger.
Y'all flipping the script because you and Matt were just like, "Yo, this gonna be a scrap. This gonna be the Jeff Horn."
I'm still like that. I'm still like that, Enrique. I'm still like that.
And Alex co-signed that shit.
Enrique, you mixing up the facts over there, Enrique.
Turn me up in your headphones and listen to the truth, all right? Sulecki is not on the level. First of all, fuck Sulecki. Centennial is not on the level of Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs is a true boxer puncher. Okay, so whatever Sulecki did to Centennial, that's what he did to Centennial, a 54-pounder, not Daniel Jacobs, who decides when and not to weigh 178 on fight night. Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like he's the one that.
So why do we care that Charlo knocked out Centeno then? Why do we care that Charlo knocked out a 154-pounder like you said? Why do we care?
In impressive fashion.
Different time, but don't act like I didn't bring it up.
Hold on, the guy that beat Centeno first was Sulecki.
Matthew,
the guy that beat him first was Sulecki.
Matthew, do not act as if I didn't bring up that he was a 154-pounder in the preview show.
Mateo.
No, but again, you're talking about timing. Timing's important. You're talking about timing.
Why do we act? Say, yo, I'm generalizing. I'm speaking in general right now. Because when you say why do we, I'm thinking you're speaking to your immediate circle on the panel.
Okay. I'm thinking you putting me on that shit.
Yeah, don't put me in your fucking list.
VIP list. Nah,
me with that, bro. He speaks for all of us. He said,
"I ain't in that party." Not me, Daniel Jacobs.
Hashtag Matt Stats.
Daniel already be listening on the low. Matt is all like, "No, you didn't have me winning versus Jacobs. Versus Golovkin." I'm like, "What you mean? Yes, I did." Yo, did I have him winning?
Reasons on that shit.
What are you talking about?
Yo, he was in media workout, about to give us a media workout. Like, you ain't had me winning. I'm like, what, man? Anyway, moving on.
Adrien Broner's popularity.
Duhaupas.
Yo, can I just ask? Is his name really pronounced Duhaupas?
No, Duhaupas. It's Duhaupas.
It's Duhaupas. You always say Duhaupas.
That's how Wilder pronounces
it. And it sounds.
Yeah, but we know how he pronounces a lot of words, dude.
Ness had me Googling.
I'm about to find out right now since y'all.
It's Duhaupas. That's what I.
He's Jeffrey on the
He's
case.
French.
Yeah, and Jeffrey on the job, man.
My man said Duhaupas.
You guys don't even get paid Jeffrey's salary, so you don't know how to.
It's French.
Right?
Duhaupas.
Oh, is he?
Duhaupas.
Yeah, Duhaupas is French.
Is he?
Parlez-vous français? Shout out to all the.
Is he French, Matt? Because 2 years ago he was a bum.
What does that have to do with him being
French?
It's called double standard. It's called bringing up the double standard. Yeah, smacking him with the double standard fish every time I can. You know what I'm saying? Because when Wilder fought him, he was a bum. All of a sudden, it's like he's worth a title shot. Because if Miller beats him, he fights AJ. Like, go figure.
Well, technically, Povetkin's the mandatory, not Joe Miller. And that's not Joe Miller versus Duhaupas is not a title eliminator at all.
No. But for Eddie,
I mean, like, okay, I understand what you're saying.
For Eddie, he said it. If he gets a win over Duhaupas, I mean,
What do you want him to say?
And quickly, I'll say this. Hold on, I'll say
watch
this.
Shit fight.
I don't know. What do we want him to say, Rob? You tell us.
He's the
He's a
promoter.
promoter. What do you want? Buy tickets and watch my shit fight. Fucking come on.
and very quickly, hold on, Ness, hold on, Ness, hold on.
Our casual listeners that he is selling shit. Then that's all I'm good with that.
No, you're saying it's shit, and I'm just saying he's not going to say it.
Buy my shit fight. That was yours word.
Yeah, I said he's not going to say that, even if he thinks it.
I have my hand up.
Me too.
Okay,
Me too.
Casual fan. Casual fan.
Casual. Okay.
I'm here. All right, cool. So hold on. Why are we saying Eddie Hearns is putting together shit fights?
I didn't say he's putting together shit fights.
That's what Ness is saying. That's what Ness is saying.
Sarcasm.
And very quickly, Ness, it's different when a champion fights.
I didn't finish my thought. Jarrell Miller, Big Barry. What's his first name? I don't want to pronounce.
It was Jarrell.
All right, Jarrell Miller, Big Baby Miller. Yo, he's the truth, right? So we have to see that. Let's see that. Let's see what he does against Dubai.
Why do I feel like every time
he fights country?
Oh, he's a big guy, right? He can take it.
He said Dubai.
No, I said Dubai. Dubai. That was Spanish.
He's not Spanish. He's not Spanish.
Dubai.
Hilarious. This is
oh my god.
Casual just called a French bum in Spanish.
Johann Dubai. Get out.
Ness.
Get out the title shot.
Hey, give the man a little respect. It's Duhaupas. You ain't even get Jeffrey to get on the task. Right?
Do me. Hold up. Let me get in here. Hold on. Ness has been talking bullshit. First off, Dubai is not a country, Ness. It's a city. Secondly,
yo, that's how fast he was on the Google right now.
That's the true deal right there. That ain't a fact.
Secondly, it's different when a champion fights an opponent and then when a contender fights an opponent. The optics of it are different. If you're defending a belt, it's perceived that you should be fighting the best competition.
Oh yeah. It's so different that if you're a champion fighting undefeated contender, you're a bum.
But he wasn't undefeated.
And if you're a contender fighting a twice beating journeyman, you're great.
Was Duhaupas? Hold on. Was Duhaupas undefeated
at the time? You do the math.
At the time that he fought who?
Well, I mean, you're the one claiming it. You're the one claiming something.
He only lost to Deontay Wilder and Povetkin, did he not? Or am I mistaken and lost?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you should find out.
You're the one claiming it. I'm the one saying I don't know. So why don't you bring the facts? Why don't you present the link?
I don't know.
No, you should. If you don't know something, you have to say I don't know.
Say I'm going to find out. You're a producer.
No. I'm a co-host. Y'all are the part-timers. Y'all produce.
He lost to Erkin Tepper.
Okay.
That was in vacant for the vacant.
Hashtag Nest stats. Hashtag Nest facts. Hashtag casual Nest. Not knowing who the fuck he's talking about.
Deontay Wilder came an opponent. Two opponents after, actually, because Manuel Char was his win, and then Deontay Wilder was his loss.
So he did have a loss. He wasn't undefeated. Nest with the facts again.
Actually, you take it back even further. You could take it back to 2008. He lost also.
Oh, so he had two losses, actually.
Yep.
Oh, Ness.
Shout out to
damn.
The fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Yo, that is
call you the fact boys over here.
Everybody want to be right now. I got them on their toes. I'm doing my job.
Well, your job should be right. To be right,
I'm doing my job. I'm keeping y'all ready. Now y'all know who the reptile is, and he's coming. That's it. The reptile.
Supposedly he had a good camp, right? Supposedly.
I'm picking Big Baby Miller, man. I'm not gonna waste more time on this.
Me too. I second that. Big Baby Miller.
I got a third that. How about that?
I'm picking Grande Bebe.
El bebé grande. Baby boss, el bebé grande. And
baby boss ain't got nothing to do with Bebe Grande.
Yo, is he the big baby? Is the big baby or the reptilian? That's what the other guy.
I don't know who's
Duhaupas. That's what he.
I don't know how to say it in Spanish.
Reptilio.
Reptilio.
I could have guessed that.
Big Baby should win this pretty handily.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say pretty handily. I think Big Baby Miller's gonna do what he does. Like, for a heavyweight, he's been doing it impressively. He's overwhelming. He's overwhelming these heavyweights. Yeah. It's not like he's knocking them clean out. He's overwhelming them with that volume punching that he's been known for recently.
Yo, Matt, is that Rafi or Eddie?
What do you mean? Oh, let me check.
Eddie ain't never calling us. Why he do videos with us, but he don't call in no more?
Eddie, we know why.
Come on.
Wonder.
You better not duck me, son.
We want you back on.
Not duck me, son.
Hashtag little channel.
Not to confuse Eddie for Eddie Hearn.
No, that is exactly who we're talking about.
Oh shit, my fault. I thought it was another.
I think it built to sound like that, guys. You don't get it. All right, so Broner and Jessie Vargas do about 787,000 views.
782,000 average viewers, a peak of 800 something. Let me get it really fast.
His numbers out here, B.
So there's a lot of tickets left for that Daniel Jacobs fight. Sheesh.
But hey, that happens when you come after a card of an Adrien Broner, Jamal Charlo, Gervonta Davis. I mean, that was
the same venue.
And I think Keith Idek broke down in the article the different viewership for each of those fights, and all those fights did pretty good viewership. I think the Gervonta Davis
780. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
The Gervonta Davis fight did around the 400,000 mark. The Jamal Charlo did around what Danny Garcia did with Brandon Rios. That whole event, Jamal Charlo's fight did that number.
A sides turned out, right?
A sides turned out.
Good numbers.
Well, Deontay Wilder's offer on AJ has about 500,000 views. I don't know. I feel like if AJ would have sent him an offer, it would have had a couple mil on his IG.
Well, I mean, he has a bigger following. He has what, like 6 point something million following him, AJ?
Yeah, but you would figure if there was interest, right? Because I mean, think about it, right? Like we spoke about AJ and his connection to like Dwayne Johnson and how like, you know, Dr. Dre is connected to him, but like Dwayne Johnson is even like lurking on Cardi B's page, bro. Like I seen him comment on her page talking about Ric Flair drip. And I'm like, damn, how in tune is The Rock with this generation? And if so, what is it that he has against Wilder? Or is there a dislike? And if not, why doesn't he use that to push it? Like, because if he's an AJ fan, like, doesn't he know Wilder and want to see that fight, right? Like,
I mean, yeah, I think he knows AJ more. Didn't they do something on social media once upon a time?
Of course, but then you naturally have to like bump into the nemesis and be like, you know, like wonder why this shit isn't happening.
The Rock did just have a child like this week, so he might.
Yeah, congratulations to The Rock.
That's my point, man. He had a child, but he was commenting on Cardi B's picture of her and her boyfriend.
But that's Cardi B. Cardi B's bigger than AJ. Cardi B's bigger than AJ. I mean, let's be honest.
He's probably a fan of Cardi B music and her backstory and her success. You know what I mean? He has the same story.
Maybe he can smell
on a Ric Flair shirt, and he was like, "Oh shit, Ric Flair."
Can I digress back to Daniel Jacobs really quick on ticket?
Oh, shit.
I thought we was moving on to Broner.
I was. This is connected to Broner.
You going to Broner? I love it.
The Broner though. Broner ticket.
Don't get the Broner though.
Broner tickets on the floor. Brody, right? Brody, talking about you, broski. Right? On the floor were like $1,000 on the floor.
Yes.
For Daniel Jacobs, same building.
357.
57 dogs.
Wow.
You're serious?
That's aggression right there. So you shouldn't. What?
Who's a star? Who's a star? Win, lose, or draw. Who's a star?
Adrien fucking Broner.
The Rock.
Or the matchup.
Oh, AJ, right?
Matchup.
It could be the matchup.
Jessie Vargas in New York City, bro.
Or Adrian Granados or anyone else.
Stop it, bro. Stop before you get hit with
was in the building. You weren't. You was not. And I know that people were there for Gervonta and people were there for Jessie Vargas. There were a lot of flags up in the sky.
Well, of course for
Gervonta. Yeah, B-Mo was there. Oh. Yo, why every time I look at Matt, I feel like I'm like trying to take a picture of him.
And people were there for Vargas. There were a lot of flags in the building.
I just want to say.
Came dripping, drip, drip.
Drip. Rock gotta be. He's a normal person. You're gonna tell me if you just had a baby, you're not gonna go on IG while you're sitting in the hospital with your baby on your chest?
Nah, he has actually a picture just like that on IG.
Amen. He listened to the entire album because he's correlating the shirt, the wrestler, and her song. He said Ric Flair drip.
Drip. Yes.
Fuck, man.
Offset. Yes.
This is fascinating boxing.
Saddest thing in life is wasted talent.
Get your shit together, man. I fucking hate rookie ass co-hosts.
Yeah, like people who don't know who's fighting in the main event on HBO, man. Come on.
Who the fuck didn't know Sulecki was fighting? Why are you acting silly right now?
Sulecki.
I said didn't know who is fighting. Like didn't know who he was, you know? Come on.
Oh, Daniel didn't know who he was?
No, you don't know who he is. Come on, B.
I know who is. I don't know who fucking name Jacob is.
You don't know who Sulecki is. Oh my fucking God. You've never seen him fight.
Don't use the Lord's name in vain.
Wow. Over the head.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not even talking. You're like a little cancer. Whenever there's people around, you want to show up.
He said he got a laser tag you off.
Send him to
laser tag you off.
Go to detention.
I know exactly who is, and that's why I determined that I was not going to watch his ass. You feel me?
Go to the dean's office.
Go to the dean's office.
I mean, what did you say?
I have just, hey, listen, before we move on, we still got a couple minutes we could burn up before we open up the phone lines. I have just been sent
and we have some more topics.
I have just been sent an interview that says that in this interview, Andre Ward, Danny Jacobs, in this interview with Andre Ward, Danny Jacobs said he wants Charlo fight if he can't get the Triple G rematch. So we'll see if that post.
Yeah, I got a wind of that.
People need to check out our interview with Eddie Hearn as well. He mentioned signing the Charlo twins, didn't he?
Yeah, he mentioned that they would be making more money over there with him.
Yeah, you know why he wants to sign him? Because he wants to keep Kell Brook away from him.
Oh,
he definitely don't want to see that Charlo work right now. Now with
Jermell, right?
He sees that it's built. He sees that there's a rivalry there, so he wants to keep them apart like he's doing Anthony Joshua and Wilder and let it marinate.
He said he
build it, baby. They'll be making more money over here in the UK. All we gotta do is keep dangling the carrot in front of you American suckers.
Hey, I heard somebody on the chat right here. Well, not heard, but saw somebody in the chat say something like that. That if the Charlo brothers were over there signed in the UK, they'd be stars already.
Yeah, they'd be stars, beating up the likes of Liam Smith. Like we give a fuck over here about that.
God.
Oh yeah. Jamel Charlo went to the UK and beat up Liam Smith. Howdy, whatever, what they fucking do, right? And then the other one, oh yeah, Jamal Charlo on the same card beat up Brian Rhodes. Let's fucking have a party.
He said that on the Boxing Voice, right? He said that on the Boxing Voice.
Yeah, go check it out. It's great.
No, Al Heyman is doing just fine with the Charlos. Anytime another promoter is talking about if I could sign them, that means that whoever they with has done their job. You want to get your claws?
Yeah, what's up?
Claws in them so you can do what? What you did with Luis Ortiz? Let me ask you a question. How the fuck did Luis Ortiz get his biggest fight? With Al Heyman or with Eddie motherfucking Hearn?
Al Heyman.
Okay. Let's go sign with Eddie. Oh, Matt, I want you to get involved, Matt. I'm on fight.
Well, I was actually going to back you up. I mean, Oscar De La Hoya went on Twitter and had like rants about how Wilder should sign with him and all that, and we all laughed at that. I mean, that was a laughable comment.
Yes,
Again, Eddie thinking that he can promote in the U.S. to any great effect has not been proven yet.
Now, why would the Charlos sign to Eddie Hearn when Eddie can't even sell Daniel Jacob tickets? The Charlos just was on a fucking sold-out card. Sold out over there on Barkley last week. What did Eddie talk about?
I think Eddie should just keep all his fights in the United Kingdom, in the Wembley, in the O2.
That's right.
I don't know why he brought it to
We'll stay here. You stay there. That's good.
No. But what he needs to do is get a sexy enough UK guy with a sexy enough American to always make it America versus UK. But like, you know, Jacobs fighting this Poland guy in New York. Like, I get it's supposed to make some sort of regional sense, but it doesn't make television sense. He ain't building towards nothing with this.
Again, it's about where do you put your resources?
How is it not?
Hold on, very quickly. It's about where hold on, Ness. Hold on, Ness. You've been popping the blood vessel. Just relax.
How y'all don't get it? Nobody before the day.
Relax, Ness. We're not disagreeing with you other than Robbie. Relax.
Fighting Jacobs.
What Eddie Hearn only has so many resources.
Because you won't shut up, that's why.
Eddie Hearn only has so many resources available to him. And he's obviously centered in the UK. Hold on, Ness. Don't cut me off, please. Just like Golden Boy, Top Rank, all these promoters have only a certain amount of resources, and they stick to their markets. And then they have cross-promotional fights that are bigger than their markets and the regional scene. And that's when we get bigger fights in Las Vegas and New York, etc. Same thing with Eddie. Stick to your regional scene. When you have bigger fights, you cross-promote, and you can put them wherever you want. But your strong base is in the UK. You're stretching yourself thin here, going to a market you have no base in, you have no connection in, you don't know the networks, you don't have the connections.
Yo, like, wasn't it 50 Cent? Who was the rapper that says slick enough to take your rhymes and spit them back at you? Why won't you just use his own sentences when he talks about Deontay Wilder? He's like, Deontay Wilder couldn't even sell 6,000 to 8,000 tickets. And now look at poor Daniel Jacobs over here.
Can't even sell 6,000 to 8,000 tickets for $300 for the fucking best seat in the house.
When Al Heyman was in charge of Daniel Jacobs' career in terms of promotion, right? People say, oh, he ain't got no promoter. He sold more tickets in the Barclays Center than this.
But you say he's not building to anything. So if after this he gets Charlo, and say, for instance, he does beat Charlo, would he get Gennady? Is that not building towards something?
That would be an Al Heyman bone. Because guess what Charlo got? He got a direct line at Gennady Golovkin or whoever the fuck got the WBC. So why would Charlo go fight Jacobs? Only to prove fight fans that he's the best. But he could do what Earl Spence did. Say no to everything else. No, I'm staying right here. I'm going to fight Kell Brook. I'm staying right here. I'm going to fight Kell Brook. He could say the same fucking thing. Daniel Jacobs needs Charlo more than Charlo needs Daniel Jacobs right now.
And Rob, to your point, that's another fight that's cross-promotional. That's not in-house fight where you are producing in-house talent. Hold on, let me finish. It's not being able to build up an in-house repertoire in the U.S. They have to cross-promote with other promoters for bigger fights to sell bigger matchups and to get bigger dollars. It's that simple.
Jamal Charlo right now is more popping, right? And it ain't nothing against Daniel, but it's just that his last four, right? His last four, Jamal's have been all straight up knockouts. No duds in between. No lows, no up and downs, no stops where fight fans got off the bandwagon and said, I'm gonna go get something to drink real quick. I gotta use the bathroom. No, with Jamal Charlo, we're all strapped the fucking seatbelt nice and tight because he's knocking fools straight out and he's talking greasy while doing it. That's how I like him.
I mean, minus the greasy talking, which is very good. You know, it definitely brings that whole attention. But as far as the skills, it's just the skills that he's showing, and we've expected Danny to finish these guys that he's fought in the last 2-3 fights, and you know, he hasn't been doing it, and Charlo has, and that's what the fans want to see.
Are there any fans out there that will say like, "Yo,
we got a fan right here, Christopher Abiola."
Oh,
go ahead, Matt. Oh, I thought that was Robbie. I said Matt, but I really thought it was Robbie gonna do an impersonation voice. Go ahead, Robbie, do an impersonation voice.
Nah, but listen,
I've not got the chat up. I'm not watching.
I was gonna say, do you think there's fans that could easily say, "Yo, but who really did Jamal fight?" You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jacobs fought triple.
Hell no.
Nah. They won't say, like, they won't give him the Mike Tyson label. Like,
he impressively knocked out Centennial, didn't he? The one we've established already is a bum.
Buster Douglas, he got knocked out with Mike Tyson.
They can say that about his career at 160, Enrique. Like, legitimately, if you want to be technical and be some sort of arse, you know, you could say that about his 160-pound career.
I'll say it then. It's arse.
Say it.
It's arse.
This is Boxing College, ladies and gentlemen. The classroom is called TBV, also known as the Boxing Voice.
That's right. Matt, any other subjects you want to bring up?
Yes, obviously the top ranked card on ESPN, Jesse Magdaleno.
I completely forgot that. Shout out to Paul Yearwood, our New York correspondent, going to be taking a trip to Philadelphia to cover that one. You got Brian Jennings, another heavyweight in action versus Joey DeWelko. That's a good heavyweight little scrap right there.
Jesse Hart's on the card. Shakur Stevenson's on the card. Just a card to pay attention to. No real, big breakdown of it. But that Jesse Magdaleno Isaac Dogboe fight is really good.
Yo, Bob is good at what he does, bro.
Bob Arum.
Like, yeah, because Jesse Hart is fighting Damon Nicholson, and then he's already number 1 in the WB. So he's pretty soon gonna have to fight Gilberto again. And Bob, continues to keep it in-house, continues to keep his guy in low-risk fights. It's just like, dude, how does he does this with all those WBO champions? It's like Valdez, same story. Magdaleno, same story. At least Magdaleno got some smoke with Nonito, and he showed up. He made us proud. But like the rest of these dudes, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy.
And quickly, this card is not on the app. It's not on ESPN Plus. It's on regular ESPN. So for everyone that doesn't have the app, you can still watch this. Also, there's a Fox card for PBC. Josecito Lopez fighting Miguel Cruz. Anthony Jarrell on the card. Jorge Laura. Erickson Lubin with his comeback fight is on that card as well this weekend.
Who's he fighting?
Who?
Come on, man. Mention that.
Who?
Opponent.
Erickson.
Oh, Erickson Lubin's fighting Severio Ortiz.
Oh my God, click it, bro. Who's Severio?
This is in my notes. This isn't in a link.
Oh, you got notes.
Yes, I have notes.
Bookworm.
Yes, I have a topic list that I go through. Yes, I do.
Oh, look how prepared he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I knew there was a lot of cards this weekend, so I just wanted to make that notice. And on some women's boxing note, obviously Katie Taylor. Hold up. On some women's boxing note, obviously Katie Taylor is in a unification fight this weekend on the Daniel Jacobs card. Cecilia Brækhus, pound for pound #1 female in the world, has been added to the Triple G Marta Rosen card, which we're going to be at live. It is the first female fight ever on HBO. So just salute to Cecilia Brækhus breaking that glass barrier. Or glass ceiling, I should say.
But wait, is the Shields Brækhus fight making it?
No, that's not. It's not Shields Brækhus. Shields is not fighting Brækhus.
So
Shields is fighting someone else. She's not fighting Brækhus. Remember, Shields is fighting Christian Hammer. That's the fight they're setting up. Cecilia Brækhus is Norwegian.
Shields is fighting your one and only boxing crush, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, the girl with the dread, right?
Isn't that Cecilia Brækhus?
Oh, you don't even know
that's
your own
Gabrielle.
crush.
That's Hannah Gabrielle.
Come on, you don't even know who your own crushes are?
No. It's Brad Gabriels. You're right.
They don't want the sound.
No, so
and also very. I don't mean to cut you off, but there's a BN Sports. There's a BN Sports Espanol card this weekend as well. Kenya Enriquez is fighting Hokosi something. It's a women's fight. It's on BN Sports. Hey, just want to make note of it for people that want to watch it for it. For the hardcores.
Yo, B, the hardcores want to hear about Erickson Lubin's opponent, man. Not all that bullshit you're talking about.
Severio Ortiz is a Mexican boxer.
Severio Ortiz, they're bringing him back. They're bringing back Erickson very slow, bro.
Word.
Has 21 losses. And one of those are coming from Frankie Gomez, 147-pound, never make weight Frankie Gomez. So, like, they taking their time with Lubin, and that's good.
They need to.
That's
good.
good.
Need to rush him back like that knockout he got.
Yeah, he had a brutal knockout.
And Lubin was rushed to that fight too. Let's not forget that.
He wasn't rushed.
No,
remember
to the Jamel Charlo fight? Yes, he was. Yes,
his whole buildup was, I'm not rushed. I'm going to prove that. He got caught, bro.
But he said he wasn't rushed, but obviously it was proven that he hadn't fought anyone close to Charlo's level, and they got thrown in there with less than 20 fights. Yes, he was rushed. He can say he wasn't. He can say he wasn't, but I can say he was. Yes.
All right. I'm not even going to argue about that.
Matt facts. Matt stats.
I'm not going to argue. Anyway, time to go to the callers.
Never heard. No.
Before that, let's make sure that you guys hit the thumbs up, right? There's 89. That's great. Let's also make sure you know about the tailgate party in the StubHub parking lot, sponsored by Chivas Regal for Triple G. Gennady Golovkin versus Vanez Mari Ocean. And what's his middle?
He is not by the ocean, bro.
By the ocean.
Hey, that was close. That was way closer. So I'm gonna give a clap to Enrique. That
Casual,
was good. That was good.
Assassinator of names.
He said buy the lotion.
Yeah, you're going to be in LA. Make sure you buy the lotion.
Buy the lotion.
What's the weather going to be?
Yo, Vanez, buy the lotion when you come to the pre-fight game.
Vanez is going to throw the two-piece.
I can't wait to do the Vanez show versus Triple G.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Me neither. I mean, I cannot wait.
We'll be live at 4 p.m. So you guys can come check us out, but we might get there early if you want to, chat it up. So we'll be live streaming with the Chivas Regal USA at Chivas Regal _USA if you want to follow them on social media. And we'll be with the Chivas Fight Club and at the Fan Fest at StubHub Center on Saturday, May 5th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So join us.
What prize?
Special guest appearances, giveaways, and obviously your chance to tell us who you think will be fighting live on air. And don't forget to use hashtag Chivas Fight Club, hashtag Triple G, hashtag Fight For It, hashtag No Draw, hashtag TBV Podcast.
That's right. Make sure you come up, show up, meet Matt Hunter, meet Doomsday, meet Nestor Gibbs, meet Enrique Church, and Monsterpiece.
Yeah, Monsterpiece, man.
Monster's coming through, baby.
I'm hyped.
Call it growth.
Yeah. R.I.P. Rob. Rob's not coming.
Call it growth. And
I'm about to take a screenshot.
With 2 F's at the end, Matt?
That was a Wilderism. Definitely.
2 F's. Growths.
Call it
So do you want to just round things up quickly?
Call it growths.
If Gervonta Tank Davis win that fight, I already spoke to Todd DeBuff from Top Rank. We look forward to Adrien Broner. We look forward to Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Lomachenko after this fight. We know.
No, he can't even tell us a lie straight without fucking up. Anyway, we going out to the 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time if you want to voice your opinion here on the Voice of the People hotline. You can also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Remember, you must send a friend request if you haven't already been part of the show. And now, a word from our sponsor.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
2 quick pieces of news. The WBC have ordered Robert Easter Jr. versus Mike Garcia. And also one more thing. Fuck, why am I forgetting it? Damn. Rob,
I hope they're doing it in Toledo.
The WBA have ordered a rematch for Lara Hurd.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah, I seen that Laura Hurd rematch. That is disgusting,
Yeah,
okay?
bad. That's bad.
That's disgusting. WBA are a bunch of fucking ball lickers with 3 fucking titles. I don't even care about them anyway.
They trying very quickly, fight announcement that you won't care about because it involves a UK guy, but you know the other one.
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor versus Victor Postal in a eliminator.
I really want to see that.
That's a good fight. That's a great fight. Thank you for
Oh
reminding
my
me.
god, do you like it? Fuck me, that's a strange one.
Hey,
Josh ain't fucking playing, bro. Oh no, wait, this is not Josh Taylor.
You've got that. There's too many Joshes. Remember, there's
Josh Taylor fought O'Hara. Josh Taylor,
Josh Taylor, Josh Kelly.
How many fights this guy got?
Josh Taylor fought O'Hara Davis. Remember that fight? That was hyped up in the UK.
Yeah, I remember that. But
And the only guy to stop Miguel Vasquez.
that's just a domestic level fucking hype job build up. You know, I'm not saying that he's a hype job. I'm saying that they build it up. They love their guys so much. So
He stopped Vasquez, remember?
Wait, yes.
Puppet?
Yes, yes, he did.
The only guy to stop him.
Okay, this is worth watching then. This is
yes, real quick.
He's better than the Polish bum.
When the title,
the Titan Tornado.
when the sanctioning bodies are like, yo, I'm mandate.
Polish bum.
Selecki.
He's talking about Sulecki, bro.
that you don't know.
Damn, you called him a bum. I ain't say that.
Listen,
Wait.
You did. You did.
That's on you, Robbie.
when
That's all right.
bodies, when the titles, the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, and IBO, and all the others,
Yes, we get it.
when they mandate a fight, like, why aren't they paying for it? So it makes no sense when they're like, yo, we're forcing this fight to happen. Otherwise,
Because if not, they'll just take your belt and another fighter will be happy to as hell to fight for.
Let me get that.
They take it from you, somebody else be happy as hell. Like, yo, I'll fight for it. And they'll
Also,
pay.
next before we go to callers, another piece of news: your boy Caleb Plant is ordered by the IBF to fight Rocky Fielding. There's been a purse There's a purse bid ordered, and the winner will face obviously James DeGale. James DeGale.
ooh, nice fight, James DeGale.
Yes.
Call him no tooth.
Oh, is it for
That'd
that
be a
one?
good one for Caleb.
That'd be for the IBF belt. Yes.
Okay, dope.
Well, all right.
Callers.
Good. What'd you? Oh,
Yo, so
Yes. Nestor.
Sulecki.
yo, why you just love saying the name, don't you?
we went to the sponsor. So let's get out to these callers. We're gonna go to Donald, Richmond, California. Let's do it.
Man, you know what? Y'all just went through so much shit. I don't even know where to start. The last one where you said that Caleb Plant was ordered to fight that one guy, James DeGale. Man, James DeGale looked horrible in that last fight. And
Nah, he ain't say James
DeGale. The
DeGale.
other one.
He ain't say James DeGale. Rocky Fielding.
No, I know they didn't say. Yeah, I know they didn't say for him to fight James DeGill, but I'm saying Caleb Plant wins that, and then he goes to fight James DeGill because I was saying James DeGill, he looked horrible. James DeGill is just destined to lose that IBF title on his next fight unless he really fights a really poor opponent. He's gonna lose that belt because he's looking very sloppy and lazy in the ring. And that last fight he had, I couldn't even score because it just looked horrible, you know. And guys, I was watching the interview on Daniel Jacobs too, and then they were saying something about if Charlo, they were asking him if Charlo came in the ring, if he wanted to come in the ring, would he let him? And he was saying, hey, look, he's not going to come to Brooklyn and disrespect me, talking about he run Brooklyn. So what I was thinking is that, gosh, if Charlo comes to Brooklyn being disrespectful, I could see Jacobs calling him out. But if Charlo doesn't come being disrespectful, as Jacob is, he's an adult, he carries his grown man shit pretty well. I can see him being respectful, but gosh, if Charlo comes, disrespectful, maybe Jacobs calls him out if he gets a really good, win, stoppage or whatever. And then Joshua, like, dude, they said they got the 50 for you. You said that's what you wanted. What's the problem? Get the 50. Like you guys were discussing, all they really want is for him to say, hey, look, you guys got the 50? Okay, cool. I agree to the fight because you got the 50. That's what I said I wanted. Okay, now let's talk about contracts and terms and what we're going to do the fight at. And that's basically what they're looking for. But I feel like somehow he's going to wiggle his way out of it. Hearn's going to come up with something and say, well, since you guys are willing to put the 50 up, obviously you guys must know it's going to be more than $100 million fight. So we want the 50 and we want a percentage, or we want the 50 in this. And it's just going to be something else they're going to attach to it. And then they're still going to say Wilder's ducking and say, well, we said we would take the 50, but we also said we wanted this, or some type of fucked up rematch clause. There's going to be something else to go along with it while the fight is still not getting made. And just like how I said before for Wilder, that fight still doesn't get made. If I was Wilder, I'd just go fucking take everybody else out that might turn up to be his Joshua's mandatory and just clean the fucking division out to where Joshua don't have nowhere to go but to come to him. That's the best thing that Wilder can do at this point because, gosh, he's ducking. Like, if you don't take that 50, that's fucking ridiculous, though. And who else did you guys say was fighting? Who was the guy you said that's fighting? Victor Postal?
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor. Damn, I can't remember him in so many.
He fought O'Hara Davis and Miguel Vasquez.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
Yes. Long dramatic pause.
Long dramatic pause. Joshua needs to make this fight. Just saying, man.
And I'll just say that we have Monster Piece on the line.
I think that we can't allow this to get go any longer.
We, as in me and you, Ness, like me and you, need to do something about it.
Public,
I'm down.
I mean, the public in general. Like you said, it's the highest. It would be the highest paid heavyweight fight. That's crazy. That's a stat. Like breaking stats. That's a stat.
Well, I mean, it's Lennox and Mike Tyson in their prime. Like, if you think about it that way. I know that's kind of weird to think about, maybe even sacrilegious to some people out there, but that's how you have to look at it. It's two prime heavyweights, undefeated, knockout ratios up the ass, fighting each other with Olympic pedigree to boot. I mean, that's what we wanted Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis to beat, but they were past their prime with losses on their record. And that still made over $100 million.
Yo, we're going out the gate from Salt Lake City.
Yo, what's going on, TVB? Sorry if my audio is a little shitty. I am driving, but man, I actually think Daniel Jacobs has actually hurt himself and his stock by signing with Matchroom USA, right? Like you just said, Charlo on an undercard is probably going to get more viewership than Charlo's fight, and Charlo's fighting on HBO. That's my prediction. And the guy he's fighting, isn't that the guy who knocked out Hugo Centeno, the guy that Charlo just beat?
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. All right. And Big Baby Miller and Duhaupas, I don't really care. I just feel like they're just two really overgrown heavyweights. And Big Baby Miller has no knockout power, but he is a worker, so that'd be an okay fight, I guess. Also, I get confused with the UK guys too. So is this the Josh guy that's fighting Victor Polstro? Is he the one they're calling the next Vasily Lomachenko, or is that Josh Kelly?
Well, this one is Josh Taylor. I don't know who they're calling the next Lomachenko, but it must be this one because the other one they're calling the next Roy Jones, right?
Yes. The next Lomachenko is Josh Taylor. I want to say.
Oh, so
I just think it's a UK thing, though. Listen, Gabe,
they all fight the same. They all fight the same.
Don't the hype because they did the same thing with the other one. Oh, the Welsh Mayweather. They always want to steal a fucking American name.
Sorry, that's Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly is the one they linked to Lomachenko, not Josh Taylor.
Oh, so Kelly got linked to fucking Roy and Lomachenko?
Yes.
Look at Kelly. He got a great publicist.
And then with the Joshua Wilder thing, I never saw I heard that Wilder offered the 50 mil. Is it true that he said that he had Joshua had 1 day to sign it? If not, it wasn't going to be a deal. And
it's not signed.
This is just a really good piece.
It's not signed. It's 1 day to agree to that monetary term, and then they can have the meeting, which is tomorrow. But the meeting is still scheduled. The meeting is not canceled. The meeting was moved. It was not canceled. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a true ultimatum or a media.
No, they got to make sure they do it with no windows. You can't have no bullets flying and no pictures taken. Al's coming, bro.
Yeah, because now I'm seeing, why would Deontay put these speculations on there if he really wants to fight? Now I'm doing your counter argument. Why would Wilder even say that? Wilder just say, the offer's out there, accept it. Now he's putting
it's the same reason. It's the same reason why they offered Wilder a flat fee. It's the same reason. It's strong.
Let me finish. The bell's about to go off. Let me finish.
And we let you get more time, Gabe, when we cut you off. You know that.
No, not me. I'm not one of your favorite callers, but thank you. But let me keep going. So why would he put those stipulations? Does he really want to fight?
Let me answer the question. You asked a question. Let me answer it now instead of you asking the same question 5 times. Let me answer.
How about you let him finish, Matt? Jesus.
But there's the call. Go support TBV. Even though they love Deontay, they're the best boxing news out there, man. Peace.
And to answer your question, the same reason why Eddie makes stipulations. Let's not forget that he had a 10-day window for his contract that he sent out for the $12.5 million offer.
10 days is reasonable, but here's the argument to Deontay and his team, right? It's like, bruh, do you want this money? The money you said you want is say you want what you wanted, and then we'll move on. That's all it's about. You didn't think we could get it. You want the money? Okay, you want. All right, let's sit down. I think that's what it is. But it's still unnecessary from both sides is the bottom line. 786.
Hurricane Ray. It's Hurricane Ray. Hurricane Ray in Miami.
Well, do your job.
Well, he just called in.
Lies.
Damn, I just came in right on time. VIP, not even ringer status.
Oh,
whoa, I crept in. Anyways, man, bomb squad up in this motherfucker. Yo, let me ask you something, Ness. Yo, what's up, Matt? Yo, who the fuck is promoting this fucking fight? Because the only one promoting this fucking fight is Bomb Squad. He's the one fucking making the viewer, the ratings go up on this. He's the one that's going to draw all the viewership right now. He's the one, doing an excellent job promoting this fight. This man, he's on another level when it comes to promotion, man. It's unreal, man. Anyways, man. So I just called in. I just got out of work. I didn't really get to hear what you guys are talking about. But other than that, what's up?
What's up? What's up with you? I mean, we have tons of topics. Jacob's card, the Jesse Magdaleno card, Adrien Broner numbers.
I love how the middleweight division is shaping up right now. Like there's a bunch of top level fights coming up on the horizon. last week's fight with Charlos. What a great job he did on Hugo Centeno, and we just got to see what he could do on the top level with the top fighters, the echelon. See if he really got the skills to pay the bills, man. That's what I want to see. I want to see Jermell Charlo step it up in the level of fighter. So maybe Danny Jacobs after this could be a possible fight. That's a fight that I would like to see. Straight up. I don't know what you think about that.
I'll buy it. I like it. I mean,
you'll buy it? You like it? All right. What else? What else y'all got on the topic?
Well, you got Big Baby Miller versus Johann Duhaupas.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. I'm gonna DVR that. I'll catch it on a stream. But man, the big news is the Bronze Bomber, man. I can't believe how he's doing it. It's on some next level shit. I don't think we even begin to understand how he's conducting business. He's not gonna need another promoter. He's gonna promote. This is the new way of fighters gonna promote themselves. If they are able to adapt to the way that Floyd Mayweather, that the Bronze Bomber is doing it, Adrien Broner, they're promoting themselves, and I think that's got a lot for the future going forward with moving out these promoters that want to build up fights or procrastinate a fight, let the fights marinate. Let the fighters do what they got to do and let the fans enjoy the fights, man. That's it. That's my call. TVV.
all right. Ray, thanks for calling in. We're gonna go out to
JP in Long Beach.
We got Ohio out here, brother. We got a bunch of. We'll come back. We got a bunch of Skype callers. We got to get to Jay Will in Ohio.
If you know like I know, you should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
Yeah, man. Another great show. What's up, fellas, man? I don't know. Like I said the other day, man, I just don't like the tone of Eddie Hearn, man. It's just not a good tone. The one thing I was trying to squeeze in yesterday was that I don't think this deal is going to get done anytime soon, man. I really don't believe that. I think Eddie Hearn's going to find a way to weasel out of these negotiations as some type of disgruntled side saying that he wasn't given a proper offer or things just didn't check out the way he wanted it to. So I just don't think this deal's about to be done anytime soon. And that's it, man. That's really my call. I want to see what you guys think about that.
Well, all right, Jay. Well, thanks for calling in. I mean, shit. I hope you're wrong. Is all I can say. Jacob, talk to us.
Yo, I love how, play the sound clip of Joshua saying he doesn't make fights on social media.
Deal with this behind closed doors. A lot of negotiations can go on over social media and YouTube channels and stuff. But
Ness was so fast with that. Ness was like already on that, waiting for it. You probably texted him beforehand.
Yo, but literally the fight's been negotiated on social media. That's the hilarious part. Like every step of the negotiation has been well documented. Anyway, Jacobs, we're talking about, okay, seems like a layup. What's he going to do next? And we're talking about the fact that he comes into the ring at like $180. Go to super middle. You fought Triple G. You're not going to fight Canelo anytime soon. The money's got to be up, but I don't know who. Or he could just tread water with Eddie Hearn, which he seems to be happy doing. Fuck, I would. Making $600K, beating people you can beat. Fuck yeah, dude. Do your thing. It's like I think what AB needs to do, go back to Cincinnati, or is that where he's from? Do your fight nights in your hometown. You can make 300, 400, 500K, and you don't have to fight anyone who's actually going to fucking give you brain damage and shit. You can just tread water, make your money, retire when you want to. So that's what I see Jacobs doing. I agree with the last caller saying Eddie Hearn is going to look like such a bitch in the coming week with everything he's going to do and say to bob and weave, fucking putting the pen on the paper and making the fucking fight happen. It's going to be gruesome, and Ness is going to fucking have veins in his forehead. I foresee it now. Why can't you guys why can't you guys go live on the Boxing Voice channel anymore? What happened with that?
Due to a copyright issue with Sky Sports in New Zealand.
Josh Kelly. Shout out to Josh Kelly.
Shout out to Josh Kelly.
Fucking Josh Kelly. Wait, how long is the fucking ban? Eternal?
No, we should be up.
It feels like
2 months. 2 months in June.
Okay, cool. Word.
But we are in talks with Sky, so hopefully it gets resolved sooner.
Nothing's coming from that talk. That shit has died down.
They should
call it talk and nothing else.
Anyway, yeah, Josh Taylor, Victor Postal. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. Yeah, that's my call. But I kind of see. It depends on where the fight's going down.
Oh, punching after the bell, player. You come on. You got to get it together there. Let's go. Mute yourself, buddy, there, so we can keep it moving here. We're gonna go out to what'd you say there, Matt? You said good old Long Beach, California, IA. Is it Long Beach, California, IA?
Yes.
Is it really?
As you look for the sound.
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
Don't unmute him, Matt. I'll do it.
Good, y'all. Yeah, I'm in. So has it been confirmed or clarified yet? Because I think yesterday's confusion, when I seen the Shelly Finkel interview, and Shelly was like, yo, this is legit. You know, me and Al every offer we've ever sent has been legit. This is a legit 50 million. The first thing that fucking Sky Sports interview guy said, well, do you know if he was talking about 50 million pounds? Shelly said, when the motherfuckers offered us 12.5, they wasn't talking about 12.5 million pounds. They was talking dollars. Now the conversion of this shit is damn near another 20 million onto, if we talking pounds, to 50 million US dollars. We have to talk about 70 million. He got to offer AJ 70 because that's what the conversion is from the dollar to the pound. But it's not going to happen. I believe it's to some degree posturing because we still don't have any clarity on how the hell Heyman and them are coming with this money. And then I'm kind of unclear.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean clarity on how Heyman is coming with this money? You about to question someone who just spent 580 something million that he can't come up with 50
in the last 12 months?
Wait, he can't just call Floyd and borrow 50? If it's that bad, if Heyman is such a bum, he can't borrow 50 from Floyd? Like, what is people fucking talking about? We got to see where he getting his money from. We want to see in a fucking bag. Some of you guys piss me off. Not just you, but people been saying that shit all night. I want to see in the bag. What the fuck you talking about? These dudes is businessmen. They've been making more money and playing with more money than we ever seen in our fucking life.
Well, Ness, he ain't gonna give him a fucking. This ain't the mafia. This ain't the Sopranos, my nigga. He gotta write a check.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yes,
Matt, you tell me, did Al Heyman have to fucking give him a check when he fought Sean Porter or when he fought Earl Spence?
No, hold up. Hold on. Didn't Al Heyman give Floyd?
Like, come on, man, this shit is just stupid. You know how many fucking UK people he's been doing business with, giving them millions of dollars? All of a sudden now, because it's AJ, we got to verify the fucking money.
And JP.
Now they want to know if it's a counterfeit. They want serial numbers too. You motherfuckers is scared. You is scared. Y'all don't want this fight to fucking happen. Y'all scared.
JP.
Y'all don't want this motherfucker to die. Y'all scared. I'm speaking in general. I'm speaking in general. Anybody that's talking about verify the money, let me look in the bag. Is the counterfeit bills? Where's the contract? Man, I want.
Well, I wonder. Hold on. Should we now go back and look at the $100 million check that Al Heyman wrote to Floyd and go, wait, was that a real check or was that a fake check?
No, Floyd been posting checks all his life.
It was from Golden Boy.
Man, get out of here with that
All
bullshit, JP. Who the fuck is his advisor? Who the fuck advised him and negotiated the fucking $100 million deal? Stop this.
Heyman's the one that went to Waddell and Reed and got the almost $800 million.
That shit is just damn right disrespectful. That's
in court documents.
Why would you even bring that up? Why would you even try to discredit this man? All he's done is make all these Afro-Latinos and Black American boxers millionaires. Yet you want to question the
I mean, at those levels, who's giving fake?
There's no basis to the argument.
Who's giving
None
fake?
of his checks bounce. None of them bounce. None of them bounce. But y'all want to question them.
Like I'm cooning.
No, but when his check bounce? When his check bounce? When his check bounce? He got Laura the biggest fight of his career. He got Laura the Canelo fight. When his check bounce?
Let me ask you this question, Ness. Let me ask you this question.
It's downright disrespectful,
Why would you
man.
front a dude?
But Eddie don't get fucking questioned.
Ness, hold on, Ness, hold on, Ness.
Why Eddie don't get questioned?
Ness, let him have his call. Let him have his call. You've talked for 10 minutes.
I've never been made to feel like a coon. Ness got me out here cooning somehow. You are fucking impressive, Ness, to make me feel like I'm cooning. You impressive. But let me say this. How do you front a motherfucker 50 mil when you gonna go fight at his house? So how do you negotiate the gate?
Investors. It's investors, JP. Just like the $800 million that he got to make PBC.
Investors.
JP, do you know what Waddell and Reed is, where he got the money from for PBC? That's an investing firm.
I absolutely do. That's the Ness he's spending from, which I've under the impression that it was pretty much dwindled. It's like depleted.
No, that's not true. He got $800 million from them, and it's been reported that he spent, I mean, by some estimates, $500 million. So you still have another $300 million in the bag, and that's to assume that they've made zero revenue
This is
in the past year.
Match that.
So the Mayweather-McGregor fight wasn't at a revenue, positive. They didn't make money off of that fight. They didn't make money off of Mayweather Pacquiao. They didn't make money off of those fights. They haven't made any money at all from any of these PBC fights, and they would still have $300 million left over. They would still have $300 million left over.
On something I don't know. I have no idea. Do you know?
Know what?
You don't know either.
You didn't ask the question.
Here's my thing.
You didn't ask the question. Can you ask the question?
I have no idea.
About what? About what?
If they made any revenue.
I'm telling you right now, JP, I've said this. I'll say it again because you obviously did not understand me. I'll give you it. They've made zero revenue. They still have $300 million left over, according to journalists and their reports.
Matt, the Waddell Reed account was not $800 million, buddy.
Yes, it was. It was eight. Go back in the court documents. Again. Go back in the court documents.
That Matt's doing his bullshit again.
Then Google it, brother, because I'm the one that read these court documents.
Call them court face.
Then go back and read them, son, because you didn't read them. You didn't read them. You obviously didn't.
No, anyway, but so where the check? So the Conor McGregor Mayweather check came from TMT Promotions. So where this $50 million check coming from? Is it coming from TMT?
It's all front, man. We know this, B. Come on. Why are we acting dumb here? It's all front. We know this. And if you want to go into the legality of it, that's fine. But we know where the money's coming from.
Golden Boy. Where? A duffel bag? What the fuck we talking about?
A fucking investing firm that sent $800 million to them.
Yo, AJP, I'm done, bro. Get a boomerang status because you got 6 minutes and you ain't did shit. But add speculation because
it's the same talking points from. Hold on, it's the same talking points from bullshit guys like Montero and all those guys. Come on, B.
What are they saying?
It's the same. Oh, the PBC it has no money. Al Heyman's a fraud. It's the same talking points.
But are they tying it to this fight? Because I don't care what they're saying as long as they're not tying it to this fight.
But it all goes back to Heyman though, right? Because that's why people don't think that there's 50 million because people don't trust Heyman.
How the fuck could you not trust Heyman at this point? I mean,
you're not making fake offers at those levels. You know who's making fake offers? Like, come on,
Ness, you had the perfect comeback. Has there ever been one check that's bounced from Heyman? No,
I don't know, man. These guys are crazy, bro.
No, until there's a check that bounces, you're purely talking out your ass.
Anyway, Cincinnati Cobra, talk to us.
Hey, yo. Man, JP didn't knew Kanye or some shit. You know, Kanye fucking it up right now. JP calling it hard. How the fuck you gonna doubt Heyman? Who the fuck make false bets, public bets like that and shit? Like, do you know if it was fake? Do you know how much shit Wilder would actually get because of that? Like, coming out, you know, AJ and them will shame if he come up with some bullshit. So why would, you know, that's stupid to think that the money ain't there. It's there, motherfucker. It's there. Somebody definitely. Somebody's scared. Somebody don't want that work. So somebody ain't said, yeah, let's do it right now. And somebody ain't made the, you know what I'm saying? They got the meeting, but y'all right to think Eddie Hearns about to spill some bullshit. He gonna try something. He gonna dick around. And somebody offer you $50 million unless you Pacquiao. Why the fuck wouldn't you take it? You ain't making that in England. So, but you know, the AJ protectors got some type of built-in ass excuse. This shit got me pissed off, man. What else we talking about? That shit, even in the chat, that shit be driving me up the wall. Like, they got every excuse in the book, man. I love you, Robbie, but you do too. What else we got? Danny Jacobs. I got Danny Jacobs by a wash. So check, yeah, I still gotta watch some of his highlights, but I would just assume that he ain't that good. Yeah, I mean, I covered a lot of shit, man. This year for boxing might be better than 2017, man, because there's a lot of shit going on. Mark my words, I'm going to the Danny Garcia Sean Porter fight. I don't care where that shit is. I'm going to that. Because I know the undercard gonna be live too, so it's gonna be worth it. But shit, what did I miss? I missed a whole bunch of shit.
Big Baby Miller, Duhaupas.
Oh yeah, Big Baby. Oh yeah. That'll probably be a fun fight. I don't think Big Baby gonna wash him out that bad unless he just. I mean, he did get knocked the fuck out by Wilder and Povetkin, and the last dude he fought. So he might be broken, but it might be fun to watch. I'll watch that shit. If somebody got HBO, I ain't going on my way for it. What other good? Oh, the lady fights. I know there's some match shit, but I kind of like watching women's fights here and there if they good.
Unification, WBA, IBF, women's lightweight belt on the line on HBO this weekend. Do not miss it.
Katie Taylor, right, from Ireland?
I might tune in for that shit. I might tune in for that shit low key because she looks sexy as hell. Cecilia, something. Yeah, she's nice. But yes. When the PBC? Oh, look, Erickson Lubin. When is he fighting?
He's fighting this weekend on Fox. Big Fox.
Okay, cool. All right, that's all I got.
I don't know if the Lubin fight would be televised. I'm assuming it's going to be televised because it's Lubin, but they didn't televise the Peter Quillen comeback. So I don't know if it's going to be televised, but just keep an eye out for that, just so you're aware. Ness?
James, what up? Talk to us.
What NP? What is happening in the Boxing Voice? All right, so I'm gonna spend my 3 minutes on what I want to talk about. Yo, this weather is crazy. I'm joking. Listen, here's what I think, man. I think that the offer that was made to AJ was part real offer, part publicity move. Not a publicity stunt, as in it's fake. But I think if you look back what AJ and his team said about a month ago, they said if Deontay don't play ball, that they'll choke him out, dry him out, basically make all the other heavyweights, the top heavyweights, wait to fight AJ because he has the bag. And I think this was the move. Even if AJ decides not to fight him, this lets every other heavyweight, top heavyweight know, you know what? Deontay has money to give. Because think about it. Deontay's at the A side with everybody else except for AJ. And AJ is the money man, right? He's the guy who has all the money. And he's the guy who, if you fight him, you get a big payday. Well, if you see that Deontay is able to give this dude $50 million, I mean, literally in days, right? Even before any offer is made or any negotiations, he got $50 million on the table. then if I'm heavyweight, I'm like, you know, it don't matter who I fight because I can get money from both of these cats. So I think that it was a brilliant move because now it puts AJ in the corner. At the same time, if he wants to be a little bitch man and not fight him, then every other heavyweight could be like, you know what? I don't got to wait for AJ because I can get this bag from Deontay. So that's that. In terms of, I think somebody said something about how popular you guys having a conversation about how popular Ohio kid is Broner compared to this guy Jacobs. I think it's not fair to compare the two because Broner's popularity comes from him being a straight up dickhead, and before that he was supposedly the next Mayweather. So he already had an install base that was bigger than Danny Jacobs, and I think that Danny Jacobs
Nah. That's unfair because everything that he did is self-made. The whole be like Mayweather, he forced that on himself and on to us, and we had to actually believe it and repeat it. So no, he did that. Jacobs could have chose to say he looked like, just like Gennady chose to say Mexican style. It's up to you. But some people don't want to be the next Triple G. They want to be the first Daniel Jacobs.
It's a difference. I mean, what you're saying is not wrong. What you're saying is not wrong. I just think that our perspective, our narrative is wrong because we don't give, let's just be honest, people don't give him credit because of one, the Petrov fight, and because he's a smooth cat and he's not boisterous. That's just my opinion.
People don't give him credit because he got knocked out, bro. You want to paint it to sign up. He's been knocked out, and then in his next toughest fight, he got dropped. That's it. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to show and prove. Daniel Jacobs is good, but Jamal is looking like a beast. He ain't never been hurt. He ain't never been dropped.
And even to put that aside for a second, we all know Daniel Jacobs isn't the star that is Adrien Broner. We know that. That's not debatable. That's fact. If you know that, why would he put on a card in the same exact arena that Adrien Broner fought in the week before?
But that's the thing, Matt, because they believe that he is, and they believe that he should be. Remember, Eddie's words, and I mean Eddie Hearn was, Daniel Jacobs, he's got a story. He's got a built-in story. He should be a star. If he was signed to me, he'll be a star. And that's what it is. They think because of the cancer story, they're going to be able to sell it. It's got to be more than that. You got to do more than that.
Well, I mean, did you watch the Andre Ward, Daniel Jacobs sit-down HBO video that they're now doing? Because Andre Ward went to Dimitri Bivol, then he went to Jacobs. Did you watch the Jacobs video?
I was sent it. That's the one I was telling you where Jacob says that he will fight Charlo if he can't get Triple G.
I'll be honest, I purposely did not watch that. I've seen it on my timeline several times, and I'm like, I know it's not going to be entertainment.
Well, how could you say that? Why?
Because when I watch Andre Ward, Daniel Jacobs fights, I do not care about the personalities. I care about them as athletes at that point. So I really don't care about them in the promotional aspect. I don't care about them in interviews because I'm not expecting that from them.
You know, that's okay for coming from you because at least they know they're gonna get your view as a viewer and watching the fight. Let's go out to Vito on Skype. Wake up over there, Doomy, looking like a sleeping ghost. You're white as hell. Get some sun. Vito, talk to us.
Yo, what's up, TBV family? What's up, guys?
What up?
I have several points I like to make. So, Nas, first of all, I like to say this. Just calm down, really calm down. When you have your fanboy cap on, you just tend to lose it. And I've seen several YouTube videos, shows that you guys have done. When you have the Wilder cap on, it's really not looking good. So, as a fan of you, I'll tell you, my brother, calm down. And these are the points I like to make. First of all, you guys argued about Josh Taylor and Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly, it's called Pretty Boy Josh Kelly. That's what he's known by, and that's the one that is compared to Lomachenko. And he's, I think, 6-0 and all 7-0, but not much fights. That's one. And then the thing about Danny Jacobs and Charlo. Danny Jacobs, the difference is this. Danny Jacobs headline, Charlo does not yet. You know, I think Charlo is a better fighter, a stronger fighter, but Danny Jacobs is a bigger fighter. So the narrative with all this going on about the sanctioning bodies, you know, they don't really respect the mandatory anymore. So that's what Charlo has going on for him right now. So I don't necessarily think that Charlo needs Danny Jacobs needs Charlo, you know. So I don't agree with that. Then I'll go straight to the AJ Wilder. What I really like you guys to do, what I enjoy most about your show is that you guys you bring out the narrative, you know. I really like that a lot, you know, because it helps me to think better about what this, because I'm not a fan of anybody. I'm not a fan of any boxer, you know. I just enjoy the shows, you know, the narratives and all that. That's what I enjoy the most. And when it comes to a caller said something about 50 million pounds. AJ did not say 50 million pounds. It's $50 million. And when it comes to boxing, you know, dollar is more of an international currency than pounds. So usually when people say stuff, they say it more in dollars. So it's not 50 million pounds, it's $50 million. And AJ said 50. If the fight is 100%, I want 50%. Don't give me 60%. Give me 50%. You know, so it's 50% of $100 million, not 50 million flat fee. You know, so that's.
No, brother, you're punching after the bell, and he said $50 million. But I'll play a soundbite for you.
Yeah, but applaud him.
Yeah, that was a good call. Other than that, you know what I mean? I don't know how you
I think he misunderstood Vito.
What'd you say, Matt? R2D2?
I think you misunderstood what he was saying by the 50%. Obviously, I think there might be just a language barrier issue, but I think you're saying that it's 50 million against 50%, which is true. If this fight does $200 million, like we've said, AJ gets 50% of the profit, which would be $100 million. But obviously, depending on how much it does, he will obviously just get at least $50 million.
Can someone check Doomsday's pulse? 225-588.
He's pale right now.
I know. I'm worried.
Doomsday, I was going to ask you your opinion.
Hey, what's up?
First time caller, 225-588.
What up?
No, I didn't call the phone. What's going on, fellas?
What's your name, brother? It looks like our producer has smoked one too many J's.
Possible.
He want that smoke.
Jermaine.
Jermaine from?
Jamari, he said, I thought.
Jermaine. Baton Rouge?
Jermaine from Baton Rouge. Yeah.
All right. Well, go for it.
Man, what I'm having a problem to understand right now, okay? Shelly Finkel, Deontay Wilder's manager, helped manage and put together Lainez Lewis and Mike Tyson, which did $122 million in Tennessee. And then they turned around and did Lewis and Evander Holyfield, which did $112 million in Vegas. And then Shelly Finkel, even Vladimir manager, when he did Vladimir and AJ. And Heyman was the brains behind Mayweather versus Mac, Mayweather versus Pat, Mayweather versus Oscar, Mayweather versus Canelo, which generated from 400, 500, 200 million. So how do these people figure these two guys who've been involved in boxing for this long period of time and got this much boxing brains and backing behind them can't come together with $50 million? The only thing that Eddie Hearn has to show on his record is the 90,000 women arena seat he did with Fauch and Grove, which generated about 19 to 20 million. Then he did Fauch and Grove 2 that did basically the same. And he just did AJ and Vladimir Klitschko that did I think it was 56 million total together. Well, how do you figure these top dogs who've been doing these for years and been putting hundreds and hundreds of billions can't put 50 million together for to pay AJ? Just say AJ want to get the figure 50 million. And then the beautiful thing about it, they didn't just say, AJ, we're going to give you a $50 million fat free. You can't make nothing else
That's all you take it or leave it. No, they say AJ will give you $50 million for free with a percentage. Mean if the fight make $200 million, you get $100 million. We're not doing you dirty. We just want to fight and make it generate it to its full, capacity. What's wrong with these fans, man? Is that much hate around? I want to see the fight.
Yeah,
Bottom line, but y'all just nitpick. They just want to see the fight.
Yeah, we all do, but I didn't understand what you meant by like Shelly Finkel, who's been around for all these years, can't make 50 million. What was the question behind that?
No, he said
Shelly's resume, all the fights that Shelly has made, all the millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, the bigger heavyweight
and
fights.
He said
that
can.
Shelly
Hold on.
has
He said
together.
can, not can't. He said can make 50 million. He can get 50 million because of what he's done, not can't.
Oh, okay, I get it now. I was I don't know, my headphones. But go ahead. All right, dope. I was fly. You team.
These guys standing on their back and they done did this. They done banned them. So
who you blaming, Eddie Hearn or the fans?
I mean, listen, Jermaine, thank you for calling in, punching after the bell. Great call. Good history call right there, giving us Shelly Finkel's resume, all that he's done.
Well, I mean, if you go down the list of the top
Out
5
from the
biggest
bayou.
fights, the top 5 biggest fights of all time, Shelly Finkel or Al Heyman or both have had a hand to play in it, in all of them.
Yeah, no, listen, we have to understand and label these sorts of messages
trolls
as deflection. It's simply that simple. Idris in the UK staying up late with us. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on, man? You know how to call into one of these ones, man. But listen, man, I've got a little bone to pick with you, man. I used to joke about you lot being sponsored by Wilder, man. I actually believe it now, man. Let's tell us the truth, man. Actually, don't even tell us, man. We already know what it is, man. Listen.
No, you don't.
Facts, innit?
No, you don't, Idris.
Premeditated. That was premeditated. But
No, you don't, Idris. You don't know shit. But keep going.
No, Idris is get one in. Let's go.
Never let it call. Why y'all cutting him off?
Randy Savage.
Because he said we're getting paid by somebody. You want to see my bank account? I ain't getting paid by anyone. Trust me. Trust me, B. Trust me. I ain't getting paid by Wilder. I ain't getting paid by millionaires. Trust me.
You're sounding like a bit like Wilder saying, "Do you want to see your bank account, bro?"
Do you want to? I can give you a link. There's nothing in there. You can't steal anything there if there's nothing in there.
Don't tell me that, man.
Yeah, Matt.
Man, shut your ass up, man. You're gonna make accusations. I'm gonna come back and say, "I'll show you my bank account, motherfucker." Of course, I'm gonna say that.
Let's just get to the point of Wilder.
We love the UK. Let's finish.
He sent this so-called thing. AJ responds literally straight away on Insta saying, "Let's do it." These guys don't even want to meet up now. This stupid email saying where Eddie Hearn and AJ basically said, "Yeah, let's do it. Show us what you got." And these man now, Eddie's in New York and they don't want to see him. What's that about?
No, Eddie's rescheduled for tomorrow.
No, what about the email where they said there's no point?
Eddie is in an interview with us saying that the meeting is tomorrow at 10:30. B.
Yeah, they had things to handle because of the fight that's going on.
That came out today. Where Shelly Finkel wrote.
Yes, and this interview came out today of Eddie Hearn saying 10:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, so what? Are you not going to do a show tomorrow if Eddie says they didn't want to see us?
Sure.
Nah, man, it don't sound like that, man. Because the shows come out when Wilder does something. Like when right now, it should be that Eddie Hearn.
Idris, again, you can keep making accusations that are baseless, but they're still baseless accusations.
Idris, the hate ain't real.
This happens tomorrow, and he says that they didn't want to meet up for the thing because they gave an offer. Yeah, then you'll see the truth in it.
Yes, you will see the truth, Idris. You will see the truth because you obviously don't right now.
Tomorrow will come. I'll tell you right now, nothing's gonna come.
Tomorrow will come. That is actually factual. Tomorrow will come. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you know what?
Yes.
Tomorrow I'm gonna call in again, and I'm saying to you, see, nothing got happen. AJ and the.
But we did the show, didn't we? You just admitted that you're gonna call into a show that we did off of Wilder not doing something. So I don't know where your accusations are now.
At the end of the day, the next few weeks are going to be vital. I just think you lot should be a bit more on point and less biased with the shows that come out, because you're going to see some stuff from both sides, but you're just giving out one side, innit? But at the same time,
sign the contract. Sign the contract. Don't wait.
We're only giving out one side, Idris. I mean, I could have sworn we were playing Eddie's audio, Joshua's audio, Wilder's audio. I mean,
we were speculating.
We just had a sit down interview with
both sides.
We just had a sit down interview, one-on-one interview with Eddie today. What are you talking about?
Like the boxing voice was in New York. You guys gotta, you call whatever you want.
It's not the USA boxing voice, is the boxing voice.
And just because maybe one host on the show is quote unquote a fanboy of Wilder, guess what? There's three.
Hey, who the fanboy?
I'm not calling any names. But there's 4 other hosts on the show. I don't know if anyone knew that, but 3. There's 3 other hosts on the show.
Now, Idris,
I'll raise my hand and say that.
Idris, you hear me?
Yo. Yeah.
Yo.
But Anthony, with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn, and tell them to check their email. I got something special for you.
Got something special for you, player. Don't you worry about it.
50 M's.
Know what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't know if this is breaking news or what, but I see Gabriel Rosado. I'm a free agent, buddy. The fight can be made easy, and that was a response to Demetrius Andre. I don't know if that was topic ever broken news.
I mean, it's all right, but we know Andre should beat Rosado. Like Rosado give him a tough fight, but Andre needs a better fight than that. Let's go to Rafi.
We don't know. Damn, you brushed that off.
Yes,
Ralphie.
Cool. That's a call back today. How's everybody?
Pretty good, bro.
Good, brother. How are you?
Awesome. Very well.
Good. I'm good. Yeah, so I haven't caught everything, so I'm going to need you to help clarify something. Has Shelly Finkel said he won't meet with Eddie Hearn unless they agree to the offer?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
He said we will not have this meeting unless you agree to the monetary terms.
Yeah, but in the interview that Sperber made,
that is called contradicting things in the media, which has been a common thing in this negotiation process. But yes, Shelly Finkel did say that, Raf, and yes, Eddie Hearn is also on the record still saying the meeting is taking place tomorrow. So
yeah, but you can't. Okay, cool, right. So Shelly Finkel has said he won't meet with Eddie unless they, before the meeting, agree to
the money,
the financial terms.
Yeah, just that. And it's not signing; it is just an agreement.
How can you agree to them?
He wanted them to agree to the fight and the terms. Yeah.
That's a strong
How can you agree to financial terms without prior seeing the financial terms?
Yeah, that's what Eddie was saying on the interview that the Boxing Voice did on them today.
You know what Shelly can do? He can send a picture of a check.
How
is that enough? What's enough? What do you need to see? Do you need to see actual $50 million in dollars? What do you need to see?
No. Let's not twist things. Let's be clear.
No, but I want to be clear.
How can you agree to financial terms without first discussing the financial terms?
But if the discussion is, look, here's your guaranteed check. Hold on, I'm answering your question. Raf. If they are telling him, hey, you can have this guaranteed check of $50 million, and you want a assurance of that $50 million, what is that assurance? I'm asking you that. How can they assure you and every AJ fan that there's actually $50 million?
I mean, what I think what Raf's trying to say is the details.
We've gone beyond that.
It doesn't matter what the details are because it's a guarantee. They don't need to get this revenue from other sources. They're saying we have this revenue right now. They are saying they have this bag right now. We are not pursuant on box office tickets, on pay-per-view. We don't need that. We have $50 million right now we can give you. That's what they're saying.
Yes, we understand. We understand that. We discussed this yesterday. There's $50 million in the bag. I accept that. There's $50 million in the bag, but they still need to discuss financial. AJ's agreed.
Boomerang status up, Rafi.
Again, what financial terms did
he was making a good point, though. I mean, Matt, what he's trying to say is that how could you agree to it if you don't, see the details in the contract? A contract, boxing contract, is not just
you're not agreeing to fight. You're not agreeing to fight. Let's get that very clear here. That they're not saying you need to agree to fight Wilder right now. No, they're saying you
agree
need
to
to
the
agree that
terms.
this money that you asked for is correct. Here's a picture of a check if you need it.
And obviously, they want to discuss other things like location and all the other stuff.
And that has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with what Shelly said. Shelly said, agree to the money. And then we can have this meeting about the location, about what network, about everything else you want. But agree that the money you wanted is correct. Because we have it right here in a bag waiting for you.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what isn't that what Joshua wanted anyhow. I mean, that's the money that's not it. I'm talking about, God, excuse me, give me a second.
Well, I'll answer it because again, AJ fans keep saying this. We need to know that there's $50 million there. What is that assurance? What do you need to see? Do you need to see a check of it in writing? Would that make you happy? Do you need to see an actual bag full of money and cash? Like, what do you AJ fans need to see to make you guys assure that there's $50 million? Because Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel are some of the biggest money brokers in the sport. They've done the biggest fights in the sport. Literally, every single one. They've done them.
I mean, look, if you're wanting somebody to just base off of just, my word and who's a better word than, these guys in boxing for negotiations and deals than Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel, right? I agree. Their word is you could say in the sport gold, right? But, it doesn't work. What Raf is trying to say, it doesn't just necessarily work like that. You got to look at what's going on in the contract. I'm pretty sure they've accepted the money already. That's what they wanted. I guess they just want to look at it and see the reality of it because it is a crazy offer coming out of nowhere. I guess they didn't expect this.
The response by Shelly Finkel saying you have to agree to the money is because Eddie Hearn said this is a PR stunt. We're not agreeing to shit. That's why. That's why Shelly came back and said, no, you have to say that this money's right. Because Eddie Hearn has not said that. And again, what assurance do you need? Do you need a handshake? Do you need a picture? What do you AJ fans? Let me know in the comment section. I'm really genuinely curious. Because that's been the one thing that you've all said is how do we know there's $50 million out there?
Why do we care? We never know what's out there. They're talking about it. They're putting it in our face. The next man has to react to that. You know what I'm saying? It's called negotiation in front of our eyes. So
I think
chill out. Let me finish. Jesus. Yo, I mean, yeah, Shelly Finkel made an offer. Deontay Wilder's part of that offer. And AJ asked for it. Eddie Hearn in the background. I don't know what he's saying. But they're going to meet tomorrow. Let's see what happens. A show will be made, and we're going to find out. That's what I'm saying. Sit back and relax. Stop speculating.
Yo, sit back, relax, catch the contact.
Sipping cognac.
He's all watch this money through this laundromat. About to go to Zulu in Missouri. Hope he don't bore me with the same AJ story.
Ooh, for the glory. Raise it up. You got to play Shelly Finkel.
They rapping over here.
Yo, what's up, Boxing Voice?
What's up, brother?
Hey, man, I gotta say, man, I'm pretty disappointed in AJ fans. I'm gonna tell you why I'm disappointed, because the entire concern should be about, wow, our champion is gonna finally fight the American champion Deontay Wilder. The money's there, everything he's asked for is there. It shouldn't be no excuses about trying to validate the money, to trying to verify if the money is legitimate or not. That's the craziest thing that I've ever heard. And any fan that can come on here and try to use that as an arguing point is just a straight up punk. I'm going to tell it like it is. The money is there. The fight is now, whether the terms can be negotiated, I think Matt said it the best. All the other little things, idiosyncrasies can be taken care of, but the money is there that they asked for, $50 million. I'm disappointed in AJ fans because they're not holding their champion feet to the fire and saying, listen, if you don't take this fight, then you're showing that you're scared. You're misrepresenting the UK.
Yep, you ain't a man of your word.
Has been trying to make this fight. Our champion has been trying to make this fight for months, if not close over a year now. By putting himself in social media, by putting himself at the face of the people and letting them know he wants it,
And what do? They try to offer him chump change. Okay, no problem. Now we're going to offer you what you want. And the only thing that these AJ supporters can say is that, where's the money coming from? Is it valid? That's got to be the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. But listen, my question to the Boxing Voice is, what are we going to do if AJ and Eddie Hearn, because actually, essentially, it's AJ. If he lets Eddie Hearn wiggle him out of this situation, there's no one to blame but AJ. If he doesn't come to the table for this $50 million, what's your responsibility as a platform that puts out boxing information to the novice, even to the experienced fan, and to the beginner? What's your responsibility in rightly representing what took place? Because they're going to camouflage it as though Wilder didn't want the fight, or that he was making terms that was just something they couldn't negotiate with. That's the question. What as a boxing platform, what would your position be if he turns this
Well, we
down?
gotta wait. We gotta wait for the
question is,
details to know what our position is gonna be.
Yeah, I say if. That's why I said if. If he does. Because it's not this shouldn't even be argued. It should be 50 million bet. Eddie Hearn's response to me should have been, that sounds interesting. We'll get into more details after the meeting. But ultimately, he went on the defense, which makes me really believe.
Punching after that bell. I'll tell you what Eddie told him, guys. He said, holy shit, they came up with 50, AJ? That quick? Man, we got to make them wait a little bit more. We could get more.
Damn.
Get more. They came up with 50 million, and I didn't even think it was $100 million fight. Fuck that. Let's get more.
I don't know about that. I'll just say this, because we do know there was an offer. Was it last week or the week before? Because Brian Custer's the one that reported it about, multiple locations. There was that offer, right? We never knew what the monetary offer was with that contract that was sent. So this could be, I think, the most that they've gone in a series of offers that have been sent. If that is the case, let's say this is the last offer they've sent out of 3 or 2, it may be Eddie just going, let's just wait and decide what PR move to take, which angle to take in the media. Because this was sudden. I don't think anyone expected this. This was a bombshell.
Yo, Floyd is a gambler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't he step in a month ago and say,
you don't know that.
I'm going to pay both of you guys $75,000. I'm going to put up $150 myself. I'm going to go to MGM Grand, get 40 from them. Corona, get 10. Al, everybody. Like, I don't understand. Like, why is this taking so long to make? Like, is this not a super fight? Are we rushing it?
The beautiful part about investors is that most of that shit is private information. It's not public information. So we don't know who's been investing, who Heyman's been going to. So, again, who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if Mayweather had a hand in this, because it's money, especially if the fight's in Vegas, which has been what Wilder and their team have seemingly wanted to do. If that is anything to make note of, PBC usually has TMT be the promoter in Vegas cards.
Well, if the money comes and the fight has happened because of the premier boxing champions, yeah, it deserves to be in Las Vegas.
Well, ladies and gents and ladies, it is that time.
Oh,
it is time to go. It is time to go, because when you say flow, you gotta go.
Thoughts from the panel.
What's your final thought?
Yo, my final thoughts. Y'all jumping into conclusions. You all sound like you pitched the price and your phone haven't rang. You haven't got that text in response to that price you pitched, and you jump into conclusion. Wait for it. Let it unfold tomorrow. Click on the notification bell. The news is coming. It's called negotiation, right? All right. Well, shout out to the UK. Shout out to Eddie Hearn, who's making many names on his every media. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to Anthony Wilder. Shout out to Shelly Finkel, and thank you, Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, AJ. Hey, but again, you can follow me at TBV_casual fan. That's my YouTube channel. At Fight Talk is my Instagram. And TBV_casual fan is also my Twitter feed. Make sure you tune in every single day.
And don't forget about BoxingFanApparel.com or Boxing Fan Apparel on Patreon.
Oh, thank you, man. Boxing.
Shout out to this shirt.
Hey, Enrique, you got less than 10 days. Are you going to have any apparel out there?
Yo. Yo.
I mean, talk about it. Don't you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You don't want to
I have things for sale.
You ain't giving none away?
I'm gonna give some away.
Ooh.
But I have things for sale, and I have things in the making, in the works. When I stepped away earlier today during the show, I was working. I wasn't watching the draft. All right. What up? Let's go.
Doomy.
Thank you.
Oh, Doomy's not here. Oh, that's so sad. Final thoughts. Obviously, this is the negotiation saga. It's Mayweather-Pacquiao. It's Mayweather-McGregor in a sense, because that was a negotiation process.
But not as big as this.
No, not as big, or it's not as much in the media, I would say. Like, every detail of their offers, both AJ's offers and Wilder's offers, are basically in the media. That, I think, is a little bit similar to more Mayweather-Pacquiao. But digressing, this is a mega fight. This is a super fight. Obviously, Heyman and co. believe that. That's why they're offering this much money up. Sit back, enjoy the ride. I mean, this is entertainment. This is part of the entertainment of the fight, is this process.
The marination.
It is. It's not even the marination. It's the build-up. It's the hype. The negotiation's part of that. I'm hyped for it. I think tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day, to say the least. Hopefully the meeting happens. Hopefully we get a super fight announced in the next week. That would be major. Obviously, Jacob Selecki card, Jarrell Miller, Katie Taylor, Jesse Magdaleno, everyone that's fighting this weekend. Salute to all of you. Good luck. Stay healthy. Make sure you call back on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Obviously, 1-425-569-5241 at Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Make sure you eat that fucking crow. Obviously, not tomorrow, Saturday, live fight chat, immediate reaction show, youtube.com/Nestor Gibbs live on replay, obviously, at youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice and facebook.com/ThaBoxingVoice. I'm Matt the Hipster Hunter. You can find me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter, Matt Hunter TBV on Instagram, and of course, Mixed Combat Radio on Patreon, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, etc. And the new Hipsters Gaming channel on YouTube and Twitch. Peace.
And I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Don't forget, if you're a Patreon, make sure you're checking the Lens. It's Patreon's own story. You know, we're putting out many stories out, and definitely a lot of content on Patreon. So definitely head on patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Don't forget Cinco de Mayo. We're in the building from 4 to 6 pre-fight, Fight Fan Fest, tailgating out in StubHub, Carson, California, home of Matt. So you already know, bring them L's through. We gonna light it up, light it up, man. Yo, yeah, man, we out, man. Peace.
Yo, that was fun. Thank you. Shout out Shelly Finkel, Al Heyman, AJ.